All right.
People better be prepared. We got different pictures up there now. For when we don't put gameplay up or whatever.
Oh yeah. Sure, why
Yeah.
not?
So what is it? This young comedian guy that I put up there, Troy Bond. He's very fucking entertaining.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah, I didn't watch any of them. I didn't get around to it
well, like his comedy
this week. I didn't.
is okay. Like the jokes he makes are like mediocre, but his like
Right.
snapbacks to hecklers and his crowd work is fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like it's like, dude, stop
Oh,
telling
nice.
jokes, just work the crowd. Like that's all you need. That's what you do, man. Clearly.
Yeah, yeah. That's a valuable skill to have as far as being a stand-up.
Yeah.
If you
Oh
can
yeah, I would
banter well
imagine.
with the hecklers.
I would imagine that that's really tough. Yeah, because like, oh, brain breaking, brain no function.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Jimmy Carr, the British
Oh,
comedian, he's pretty good at it.
yeah. I was to say it's a necessary
Thinking of,
skill because you're gonna have hecklers sooner or later. Like no matter how good or bad or
yeah,
whatever you are, and being able
yeah,
to just like
yeah.
make
And
them look
sometimes it's
like the
like people
joke.
that are, yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's the people that are fans that are just drunk and fucking retarded. Like
yeah.
that's
Oh
got to be
yeah.
like frustrating.
Well,
Like,
I'm
oh no, I
sure
like
like
you, but
comedians have gotten
yeah,
apologies and
usually
stuff. You
women.
know, like people who are like, oh hey man, I guess I had too much fucking whiskey at the place, and I'm really sorry. I'm a big fan. I hope it wasn't too bad. But this guy pisses
Yeah.
off the people with their fifis.
Oh yeah. The
Because
terminally offended.
yeah, the terminally offended, and he's a left winger. Like he's said he voted for Biden, but at the same time, like he'll make fun of Biden. And it's like, all
Mm,
right, you know what? I got no problems with you. Then you're gonna make fun of everybody. That's what comedians do. Make Trump jokes. He makes Biden jokes. They're both funny. You know, like
yeah.
it's not like Trump is some sort of like super serious figure that no one can make fun of. You know, he's
Yeah.
kind of a
No, he's
fucking joke in and
definitely.
of himself. You
Uh,
know, like let's be
yeah.
real.
Yeah. He's definitely fucking a character.
But yeah, it's kind of wacky because, oh, pardon me, just like how ridiculous like these people get. But like he just he fucking destroys them.
Nice.
Like one lady get all mad because he's like, I voted for Joe Biden, but Trump, and then she's like, that's racist. And he's like, how did you tell the joke? Like, he's like, let me fucking tell the joke, lady.
Like, no, I haven't been offended in 30 seconds. I gotta fucking be pissed about something.
Exactly. It was fucking hilarious. And you're just like, and you're just like, holy shit, like, he didn't even tell the joke. And then, like, he fucking, she's being walked out because, like, that's what happens. You get thrown out of the place when you're rude and
Yeah,
you fucking
yeah.
talk during the set. Um, and as she's being escorted out, he's like, all right, goodbye, Kamala Harris. And she's
Oh,
that's the
fuck.
most racist thing ever. And he's like, ever? I got four more in the chamber. Like, and then
What
the
the
funny
fuck? Wait,
part
you said he
is,
was talking about Biden and then Trump, and she said something was
he said
racist?
he said he literally the joke started with, well, I voted for Joe Biden, but now Trump, and then that was as far as he got before she just started screaming racism.
So
Like
he was mentioning two white guys.
he didn't even
Was that
finish
what
the
was
joke,
racist?
so like there's no way of knowing like
Uh,
what the joke was even gonna be about. Like, was it about Trump? Was it about
yeah.
Biden? Like, who
Yeah,
knows?
was it just the fact that you mentioned two people that in a row that were white? Is that what was racist?
Yeah,
Like,
like
you know what I
you'd no
mean?
way to
I
know
mean,
because
obviously, it's not going to make any
yeah,
sense.
you no chance to finish the fucking joke, so nobody has any way of knowing. I don't think he even
Yeah,
finished
I'm
the
just trying
joke on
to.
the set because I didn't remember what it was. Like I don't remember hearing it. But It was
I
just
don't know why I was
funny
trying to
'cause,
figure out
like,
what she was thinking.
well, here's the
I was
best
literally
part.
trying to figure it out. I'm like, no, she's nuts. She's
Yeah, no,
fucking
it's just
a
absolutely
crazy
insane. But
bitch.
no, you're missing the best part though. Because hold up, the best part, he's half black, half white.
Oh, wow,
So
nice.
he's not even like just. I mean, he looks white, but he's actually half black, half white.
Yeah,
His dad is black, his mom is white, and it's like. So not only is she stupid because she didn't even wait to hear like the whole joke. Odds are it would have been her team coming out on top on the joke because he is a left-wing kind of guy.
yeah.
So it probably would have been making fun of
retarded.
Trump even more, or making fun of probably actually from what I've heard of his stuff, probably both of them.
Right.
Like he would
right.
have just been making fun of both of them. Like it wouldn't have been one or the other. It would have been like he's just mocking both. But it was one of those things where it's like, lady, you just let him finish. Like just see where it goes. You might actually appreciate it. You know, like you gotta see where the joke goes. But it was
Yeah, I would love to have.
entertaining.
I would love to have her have to explain herself.
Oh yeah, no. Ladies like that don't have to explain themselves. They're too important.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what was racist about it, man? What keyed you off? Well, because Trump,
Yeah, exactly.
white men. Yeah.
I just felt bad for the poor kid because it's like obviously she got problems, but he fucking destroyed her. And then just a little twist at the end because he destroyed her before, and had the audience completely on his side before pointing out that like, hey, by the way, casually, like he's not even like making it part of it. He's just like, my father was black, my mom was white, and I ended up a Dominican lesbian. You're like, goddamn, you kind of look like that. I can't argue. But
I miss the days when most comics would make fun of everybody. That's why I like South Park, dude.
Yeah, everybody's on the block. Yeah, they're not going to pretend that somebody's not a fucking joke when they are, just because one side will get mad or the other side will get mad.
Yeah.
But no, I just like his stuff because even his, I mean, granted his jokes are kind of mediocre. I'm like I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sadly the rest of his work is kind of like, whatever, dude. But it's fun.
That's an entertaining thing, dude. If you can fuck up hecklers, dude, that's an entertaining thing to watch.
But those the little videos he puts out, the little 5-minute videos and 2-minute videos where he's down just destroying some heckler, are like glorious, just fucking glorious.
I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Louis C.K. is pretty good at fucking up hecklers.
Oh, I bet you he fucks them up hard and wet, and then he puts them away dry or something. I don't know. There's some sort of sexual joke there. I just haven't quite finished figuring out where it goes.
All right, I'll get back to me whenever.
Probably not. I'll probably never remember that like more than a couple more hours at most. If it's maybe like, ooh, I gotta steal everything out of some guy's base today. I was very happy about that.
It's coming up a lot. I just typed in heckler comedy, and a lot of his shit's popping up.
He's like the big thing on YouTube right now for that. I think like he's just so good at it that it just every time people see it, they just I gotta pass this on to a friend because this is hilarious. So it's kind of like I need to go steal some blood from people. Darn it.
Oh, the Steve Hofstetter guy, like he really wants to make himself the heckler comic guy.
But he's not as good as a lot of other people. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's kind of lame.
It's a lot of it's forced, dude.
Yeah, very mediocre
and not particularly good. Yeah.
See, that's why I like this kid. This
Oh,
kid
Bill Burr.
is.
Oh, fuck, dude. I forgot about the Bill Burr's Philly rant. That might have been the greatest fucking heckle response ever. Although
Oh
that was just
yeah.
a general to the whole fucking crowd because it's a bunch of Philly fucking assholes. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? It was like a 10-minute fucking rant. He was literally counting the time down on the set too, as he was just fucking talking shit about them and Philadelphia in general
Oh,
and
because
shit.
they
It's
really
fucking
pissed him
epic, dude.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, apparently they were just assholes to everybody. Like Don Herrera is he's an old school comic. He's all right, but anyways, you're like fucking boo Don Herrera. Fuck you. Fucking Eagles never win another game. Fucking yeah. If you haven't heard it, I'll try to find it. But goddamn, it's
Yeah, I
fucking
should
funny.
probably watch this. It sounds pretty good.
That's funny. It's still the first thing that pops up. Yeah, just type in Bill Burr and the first thing that's fairly well known.
It sounds like he had a final time. Like they must have regretted crossing that fucking boundary.
Yeah, although I think, like through most of it, there were at least people in the crowd that understood how bad the crowd deserved it, because there were people cheering the fucking shit he was saying at a certain point.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Like 13 minutes. So yeah, it was funny because I guess I don't know, does like a 30-minute set? I forget how long the stand-up the headliner usually does, like 50, maybe an hour, whatever. But yeah,
Usually
however
it's
much
like
time
an
he had
hour.
left, he would literally
Like
count it down.
about an
10
hour.
more minutes.
Never like too crazy. Too much more than an hour. But it really depends on the artist though, because like while the minimum generally is an hour, the maximum can be much longer.
Yeah.
So like some comedians will just go and go like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
You know, like Robin Williams in his cocaine years, like where you like see his early stand-up and you're like, that's a lot of fucking coke. I don't know that Robin Williams is even on stage anymore, but there's a whole lot of cocaine running around screaming with his face on it.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why he was depressed, man. Well, he coked his
pretty manic
all
anyway.
The way out. Poor guy. But yeah, generally it's an hour. Because, you know, like, people want to go and spend, you know, they don't want to spend too long. You know, at a show, but they don't want to spend too short of a time at a show.
Yeah.
So it's one
an
of those
hour's
kind
a
of
good
things.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the opener does like maybe 10-15 minutes, maybe a half hour for the mid-act.
15 minutes to a half hour depending on who they're working with.
Yeah, because it's usually a fucking you have three. You have the opener, you have the mid, and then the headliner. It's generally the way it goes.
Yep. But people can only, you know, they only want to sit in an audience for so long before they're like done. You know, like they don't want to. They don't want to spend all fucking day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, unless it's some kind of legendary performance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
out.
Steve Martin came back out of retirement, I'd spend 5 hours in the seat. Just to watch his... I mean, it might even be funny, but I'd be more than happy to spend 5 hours just sitting there watching him. Because it's Steve fucking Martin. You know what I mean? Like... He's retired from movies. He's retired from comedy. He's like, I'm gonna go out. Well, everything I did, it still works, and you know, it's all in the past, and I'm done. You know, like, I'm done.
Yeah. He must have made a fucking shit ton of money in his, you know, when he was working. I'm sure.
I don't know that he did, honestly. I mean, I'm sure he made a lot of money for the time, but I mean, like, unless he invested really well, I would doubt highly that. That he's what do you call it?
Yeah, not super rich, but
yeah. Like I doubt he was like
money,
mega wealthy, like a lot of celebrities are. Let's
see what the internet says about Steve Martin's net worth.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like a good amount. Like I'm sure it's not like nothing. But then again, if he was smart with his investments and he didn't, just buy stupid shit, then, he might be
Yeah.
sitting real fucking pretty.
140 million, it says.
Damn. Well, you know what? Some of his stuff is not that old, so that makes sense because, like Father of the Bride was a pretty massive hit.
Yeah, well, yeah. Also, like The Jerk. Like he's done a lot of fucking more cult classics, I guess, than actual uh, ones that made a shitload of money.
Yeah, exactly. But for my money, there's still no better holiday movie than Planes, Trains, and Automobiles if you're an adult.
Yeah.
You will
Well, yeah,
laugh.
him and John Candy.
You
Yeah, that's
will
a great
laugh your
fucking combination.
balls off for like the entire movie until the very end, where you will cry like a baby. It's just like, and even having seen it, you're still gonna cry. Unless you're made of like some sort of fucking like you're some sort of psycho or something.
I hear ya. Yeah, you want to cry a lot, dude? Watch Wind River, dude.
Wind River. You really want me to watch that movie? I don't. I just watched the horror movie. I'm not a big fan of. I mostly watch comedies, fantasy, sci-fi, adventure movies. Things that are fun. I'm not like a big fan of like the horror and the serious movies. Although, I mean, to be fair, I've enjoyed some serious films. But
well, yeah, that one was basically it was tied to the whole missing and murdered Indigenous women.
Yeah, that's some
thing.
fucking crazy shit. That's still going on, right? Like that's not like some sort of old thing in the past. That's like
yeah, dude.
Still a problem.
No, that's
today,
a legitimate
kind of
fucking gripe, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit in that movie, dude.
Yeah, I would imagine it's.
Yeah, I don't know if they have any Indian reservations near where you live, but they're all over this fucking state.
There's casinos.
See how fucked up it is.
So around those casinos, there's like small Indian reservations. Of course, that whole system is stupid, in my opinion. I think that the problems they're looking at now with this, really, like all this kind of stuff, would have easily been avoided had they just not separated out special plots of land for these people. And I think that's what's holding them back now, like as in from like being successful and not being like hideously fucking poor. Like they're just living off of handouts from the government, and that's never good for people.
Yeah. I mean, like there's a reservation, like what, maybe like 10 minutes away from where I live, and all the houses,
American
citizens
absorb all the reservations, take away the whole special treatment, special laws thing, and get them into like regular education and getting regular jobs, and just being part of the fucking country. Like it doesn't make any sense to have this whole separate group of people living in our country. It's
definitely a unique, weird situation. What the fuck happened? Oh, there you go.
And to be clear, like I got nothing against Native Americans, like nothing at all. Just like I think that if they just pull the Band-Aid off now, it would save a lot of people a lot of grief and a lot of time.
God will have your soul.
Oh, L.A. Story. Have you seen L.A. Story? With Steve Martin?
It sounds really familiar, so probably yes.
Yeah, that one was really good. I like that one a lot.
I mean, I've seen most of his movies. I would imagine, because over like the 80s and 90s, I've watched almost all the movies in that time period. I watched a lot of the movies from that time period. Not almost all, I should say that, because there's a lot of real fucking terrible no-name films from that era where people got a camcorder and a videotape and spliced together some real hot garbage.
fuck, I forgot about Three Amigos, dude. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
That movie's fucking amazing. I love that movie.
It still holds up, man. If you watch that shit, because of the way they filmed it on real film, it scales to HD pretty well.
Mm. All right, nice.
It's one of those things. It's like that still works. That
All
holds
right.
up. Let's see what other movies.
Yeah.
With Steve
Oh yeah,
Martin was
the
oh, what was
Man
that?
with
Two Brains.
Brains. I remember watching that, but I don't remember hardly any of it. Yeah, The Man
I
with Two
couldn't tell you
Brains.
what that's
It
about.
was really weird,
Even
but I don't really remember it. I think. Yeah, I know I saw it as a kid, but I do not remember. I remember it just being weird.
like I remember the
Yeah,
opening
Lizzo.
for the Jerk, and that's about it. Ugh. Where he's like, I was born a
So
poor
yeah,
black
Lizzo.
child,
No.
and you're
I
like,
just remember the letter back. He's like, "No, I might be able to send you more money soon because my girlfriend said she's going to give me a blowjob." And like the parents don't know what that is, but the son, like their other actual black son, is just fucking cracking up.
oh yeah.
She's nice. You know, he dated that biker chick in fucking the Jerk. If you remember that movie.
I remember the opening line. That's what I literally just said, and that's about it.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Oh yeah.
the
That's
like,
fucking.
I was born a poor black child, and you're like, fucking, all right, we're in for a ride here. Let's see where Steve Martin's headed with this. I just
Indeed.
enjoyed watching him interviewed by Seinfeld.
Oh, was it the comedians in car getting coffee thing, or?
Yep, that's a fun one. I watched a few of those episodes. It was fairly entertaining. I think I watched it with Steve Martin and like a couple other people, but I don't remember. Like it was fun, but not like groundbreaking or anything.
Right.
Man, so what was it? Last night at like 4:20, I woke up because I had to take a shit, and it was just the perfect time to go in and check on another base in the game I'm playing, the Conan Exiles game. That I remember was close to decaying, and I got there just before somebody else did, and snagged like all the good shit way before they got there. I just have had such lucky timing with these bases. Like I didn't even set an alarm. I wasn't planning on getting up then. I went to bed a little early just because like I was bored and there wasn't nothing to do, and the karaoke thing that I normally would have been at was a lame one. Like it's video game music, anime music, and meme songs, and I'm like, none of those appeal to me at all. Like I like playing video games, I like watching anime, but I'm not that into the fucking music. Like, come on. But I got all the legendary weapons out of that place. This dude had created a base right next to one of the legendary bosses, and was cleaning up the legendary drops from him, farming them.
Gotcha.
Which is a kind of a weird one, right? Like the all the NPCs, like so any animal, boss, monster, and character, whatever. If you kill them in this game, they respawn in 15 minutes. But for some reason, they made the legendary chests that hold the weapons. They made it so those only refill once every half hour to 45 minutes.
Oh wow! So they don't reset with the.
Yeah, they're only supposed to take a half hour, but they can take upwards of 45 minutes to an hour because they're really glitchy. But it's like really fucking obnoxious. Ooh, getting something to drink.
No, I was just rinsing my mouth out before I take one of my meds.
Oh, yeah, fun times. Is it one of those sublingual things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those are fucking,
I
those
do like
seem like they're
mouthwash.
gnarly. Yeah, it's like a little piece
Yeah.
of
Well, these are
paper, a
just
little plastic
strips.
strip that you
Yeah,
put on.
it's like one of those breath. Yeah, it's like one of those breath strips. It's basically the
Yeah.
same thing. So it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
Well, for
It
our
used to
clients,
be
when
an
they're
actual
taking those, it's
pill.
because they don't want to take a medication and they'll cheek it otherwise. So it has to go under the tongue because then it's absorbed beneath the tongue before, like even if they end up like trying to save it and spit it out, all the medication is absorbed before there's anything they can do.
Yeah.
As long as we watch, so that's how it has to be done there. And it doesn't seem like it would be that pleasant of an experience or flavor. But it's,
Yeah, these aren't bad. Some of them are, but yeah, the actual when it's a pill, it kind of sucks. But yeah, the films just for these anyways for the Suboxone at least it's not that it's
nah.
not really unpleasant. Even the pills they kind of tasted like a baby aspirin. So it wasn't the most pleasant thing, but it wasn't the worst thing.
Yeah, to be fair, the people that are complaining about how awful it is are the ones that just don't want to take their meds. They're like,
Yeah,
me
they're just gonna
personally,
bitch
I
about it
support
anyway.
that. I'm like, all right, then don't take your meds, and then they should just leave them in the mental institution. Like, you don't want to take it. I don't really see a reason you should be out, personally. Like, that just seems like a mistake waiting to happen. Like, as soon as they get a chance, they're just going to stop because they don't want to take it. Like, just don't let them out till they want to take it.
Yeah. Like, all right, back to the fucking loony bin with you.
Yeah, like you can be in there as long as you want. Like you're not safe to be
side.
out until you're ready to be like happy. You're gonna take your meds.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people out there. I don't know if I doubt anyone's listening, but I'm sure like a lot of people out there be very offended by that same sentiment. But it's like, yo, these motherfuckers kill people. Like like. It's not like I'm saying this because I'm a mean old man who hates everybody. It's like these motherfuckers can kill people, and they have.
Yeah, and well, anybody that's complaining about it has never had to deal with these fucking lunatics.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
not in like the how unsafe it can be.
Yeah. Turns out they're really shitty and do horrible things.
Well, some of the clients are great. Like it just they just run the gamut because they're just regular people that have mental health issues. You know what I mean, it's like other than being like psychotic, there's nothing different from a regular person about them. They just they just want to like fucking hang out, watch TV, fucking snack on some good snackage and fucking relax. The only problem is like they're treated like they're incapable of anything, so they never like have to work or anything like that, and so it kind of
yeah, the only motivation is their own, and there isn't any.
but it makes it, the thing is like if you've never had to have a job at all, there's definitely going to be a lot of like feelings of worthlessness there because that's just the way most people get their like what do you call it?
Sense of accomplishment or fucking worth,
Sense of self-worth. Sense of self-worth. And it's just one of those things where it's like, yo, man, like, these dudes need to get out and do, like, some volunteer work or some, like, part-time work at an easy place or whatever. Just to get them going, because I'll tell you, the most successful clients we have are always the people that have something that they're doing, whether it be going to college,
some kind of purpose,
going to a trade school, or doing, like they have some sort of plan for their life and something to work towards. But it makes so much of a difference in their lives if they're working in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't even have to be like hard work. Like they could be going out and helping at a Salvation Army, where they're just like carrying boxes around for like, 4 hours a day, which is not a whole lot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, at the like in the concentration camps, like the people that seemed to manage to survive that shit or live longer were the ones that had some form of purpose, however slight.
Yeah.
Um, like the people that the guards would be like, all right, I want you to move all these fucking bags of like dry cement or whatever. Okay, move from this side of the camp to the other. Okay, now that they're all moved, I want you to move them all back. Like, there's no purpose in that. That's just fucking cruelty, right?
Yeah,
Like, they're
yeah.
just
Well,
doing it to
there's no
fuck with them.
reason for what you're doing. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. Like, even if you're making the munitions to, like, kill the people that are trying to, save you, even that is some kind of purpose in a twisted way. Like,
Yeah.
at least you feel like you're accomplishing something.
Well, because you are. At the end of the day, you can see the pile
Yeah.
of bullets. You know what I mean? Like whether whether it's a
Yeah.
good thing or a bad thing. Well, I mean, hey, that's not for me to say. But
At least did something. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, you get some sort of pride of accomplishment. Like there's a lot of really good feelings that go with that.
Yeah.
And it makes and it makes sense evolutionarily speaking, obviously, because like you want your brain to reward behavior that works in your benefit. So making you feel good about working is going to make you feel good about gathering the food that you feel good about eating after you worked for it and everything. Like this is a positive reinforcement cycle for like, yeah, you're eat good food and go out and be industrious in like making your shelter and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Indeed.
Man, I swear the fucking audio for sacrifice in this game is so bad. The guys you catch, they lay there on their little thing and they go in about that tone. And you're like, for somebody who's about to die, you're awfully calm. Like, you're not at all worried, are you?
It's fucking weird.
Oh, did you hear Lizzo? Yeah, that Lizzo fat shaming thing is fucking hilarious. You sent me that, like, that was fucking
they're eating
great.
bananas. So, yeah, apparently they literally got, like, they're in Amsterdam, so they got, like, a bunch of the red light district fucking whores. Put bananas in their cooch, and then had and then she, like, apparently then none of them really wanted to do it. She forced them to fucking eat the bananas out of these bitches' fucking hunts.
They are weak motherfuckers. I'm just gonna say that right now. Those are some weak bitches.
Yeah.
Because I would just say, fuck you.
Yeah,
what are you gonna
why?
do?
Like, no, you do it, you fat bitch.
Yeah, like fuck off. I'm not a fucking dancing monkey for you. You pay me to do a job, I'll do that job all day, every day. But other than that, you can go fuck yourself. Don't you ever fucking talk to me like that again. Don't you ever act like that's how you treat me. I would fucking run her up one side and down the other. But I have self-respect.
Although dancing monkey, when you're talking about backup dancers, seems a little racist. I gotta be honest with you.
Oh, fair enough. Good. When that bitch have something to fucking complain about.
Yeah. Well, again, how often is
I have very little respect for those people because I'm like, I don't put that bitch in her place. Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
You don't have enough money to make me fucking play that fucking game.
What Star Wars thing did they force her into? Was it The Mandalorian? I'm assuming.
Oh, that is kind of lame.
Looking at the thumbnail, it looks like it's got the. Yeah, they put her into. It must be the Mandalorian showing Baby Yoda, so I assume.
I was gonna say maybe it's just like a what do you call it? Oh,
yeah, I kind of regret.
Brain no worky.
Yeah, I kind of regret. I kind of regret labeling that one bitch from the whatever podcast, the fucking fat ass one on the pink top. I labeled her Jabba the Slut, so I don't feel like I can reuse it on Lizzo.
Too late. You've already done it. Nothing to be done now.
She's Jabba the Slut too. Lizzo's Jabba the Slut too. Yeah.
Alright, I gotta take a whole
Oh,
base
dude, the
down.
fucking the what is this purism? I don't know what the fuck that is. It's some kind of what like anti-privacy or privacy cell phone or something. I'm guessing. The one that wrote the emails to this guy to take down his video, pointing out their scam.
Oh, was there a thing like that?
You posted it, dude.
Wait. Which one are you talking
You
about here?
posted
No, I
it
know I posted it. I'm just like,
today.
I have to fucking see
Yeah,
it
you
to
posted
jog
at
my
five
memory.
thirty this morning. Yeah, you posted at 5:30 this morning.
Oh, that was right after I.
Puritan
Oh,
wants to.
two. It says 2:45 on mine. Let's
Mm,
see. Oh no, that's
okay,
the
all
fucking
right.
kids that got arrested for fucking speech. Oh yeah. Purism wants me to delete my video. That one. Okay. I watched the
Yeah,
video, but I didn't
the
like
best
remember the
guy.
company details. Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
you noticed the same comment I noticed though.
yeah. He
Where was
fucking dude.
that?
I love the fact that he pinned that comment, dude. It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's amazing and hilarious.
Yeah, that was well played. I thought that was pretty good. Very entertaining in that respect. That like clearly you work for this company, right? Like nobody's
Yeah,
buying that you're just some random guy that just felt a need to morally lambast this guy.
yeah. It's an amazing like psychopathic thinking. Is like, um, no, what I'm doing is fine. I'm gonna have to shame this guy for calling me out on the totally fucked up
Yeah.
scam that we're pulling on people. Section. Like I said, I don't know if it's the same guy, but same mindset for sure.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
guessing it almost certainly is the same guy. I'm
It,
assuming.
it it's either the same dude, right, or it's somebody who works for him.
Yeah,
Is the
some
way I
others.
look at it.
Yeah, they might have multiple. They might have multiple psychopaths working for it.
Yeah. He's like,
Honestly,
it's
why
like an
didn't they send that
assistant
email
or
to the?
somebody, and then he just wrote that because it was like, his boss told him to or whatever.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. But
But the
yeah,
whole
then
thing
trying to
was just
shame him in the comment
ridiculous.
section, I was like, dude. Yeah, I was like, I wonder why they didn't send that kind of email to the guy that was asking for the refund, like trying to shame them into not asking for a refund somehow. Maybe that's some kind of legal implication or something. I don't know, but
I don't
seems like
know.
that
That
might have been
was
effective.
Yeah, that whole thing was kind of weird. Like,
Yeah,
you're
like,
you're
oh no, okay, you got to wait a few months, and then a few months later, they're like, hey, no, I didn't forget about this. So what's going on? Because I assume that's what they're doing. They're trying to stall you out until
the
you forget
same the
about it
same
and move
people that
on with
like the same as the people that rip me off, where they're just like they're not
it.
like,
Oh no, coming soon.
oh yeah,
Just
don't
another
worry,
couple
we
months.
got
We
your
got
stuff. They're
it.
out of business, by the way. They're never gonna steal from
Yeah,
anyone else
that's
anymore.
right.
But I'm fucking out my like $300-400.
Yeah,
So
that
fucking,
fucking
I'm
sucks,
not
man.
thrilled, but at least that guy's out of business. If I knew how to like
Yeah, there's some
sue him
satisfaction
directly,
in
I
that.
would.
Yeah, kind of like the artesian builds guy. You
Yeah,
remember that whole fucking situation? Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
because
lot
technically, I
of
assume he would be considered one of the creditors or people that he owes or that the business owes, and they have to sell everything off or whatever. But the problem is the big creditors, like if they had borrowed money from a bank or whatever, like they're going to be first in line. Which seems shitty to me. Like it seems like the customers should be the first ones in line. You know what I mean?
yeah. The customers should
Shouldn't it?
always be the first ones in line. Companies
Yeah,
should
and
be
they're not. It's
last.
pretty much the exact opposite. Yeah. The creditors should be the last fucking. You were dumb enough to give these people money.
Yeah,
Like if you
you
know what I mean?
funded the theft. Why should you get money out? Like what? Why are you
Yeah.
deserving to get away with this shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that one was. That dude is such a fucking god. The guy from I'm talking about the guy from. They're all awful, obviously, but the dude from Artesian Builds. I mean, that one fucking thing, like whatever the cost was, or whatever money they didn't get from promotion, from giving it to a smaller YouTuber, that was part of their partner program, by the way. Like they were saying anybody they could back then.
Oh yeah.
And then the content. Yeah, you remember the situation I'm talking about. Well, yeah, in case anybody's listening to this, basically they had a giveaway for a PC from Artesian Builds that did these custom PCs, and then he decided that if you didn't have enough followers and weren't selling enough units for him, then you couldn't win it.
Yeah.
So he kept doing a re-roll until he got somebody of a size that he deemed adequate,
a proper caliber.
And apparently none of that. Yeah, and none of that apparently expressed up front. It'd be different. Like you could, I guess, it'd be shitty, but you could do that as long as you say it up front. Like, okay, it's this group of people.
Well, yeah,
but
everybody
only
has to know that,
line.
like, in order to win, you have to have X followers.
Yeah.
So if they don't give that information,
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fraudulent.
They're definitely in violation of some laws.
Yeah, dude. That again, that destroyed. They were doing like $20 million a year in business, and that one fucking live stream completely destroyed them. Oh, the one
deservedly so.
From what I've heard. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a fucking idiot. How did you not know? Like, the dude seems pretty fucking savvy, internet savvy, tech savvy, whatever. Like, he built the business up via online through these partnerships and shit. So you would think he knows how the internet works. And he would know that that's a horrible fucking thing to do, and that people are going to fuck with you, fuck you up over it.
Oh yeah, you would think.
It's very odd.
Well, he thought he could get away with it, and no one would ever find out.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that was the thing. He thought he was smarter than everybody else, and that no one would ever realize that he was running this incredibly obvious game. And that's what got him, is thinking he's smarter than everybody. It's like, have you ever seen the...
although the guy from...
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, man.
I was going to say, have you ever seen, like, the rules for evil? Where, like, it's like every evil plan that you have run by a 12-year-old, if he can point out an obvious flaw, make a new fucking plan. You know, like shit like that.
It's pretty fun.
And it's just like that, where it's like, there's certain rules that you should be smart enough to figure out, like to not, fall into these traps of thinking you're too smart for everyone. And that's just like, you're not smarter than everyone. Like, you can outsmart a couple of people in a room, sure. But you can't outsmart the internet. That's fucking everybody. Somebody's definitely going to be smarter than you out there,
Yeah. Yeah, just by sheer volume, dude.
Or even just by dumb fucking luck, somebody's going to be smarter than you. You know what I mean? Like, they could even be, like, just complete luck that they happen to figure it out. Oh, I went to the wrong fucking base.
But yeah, the dude from Artesian Build quite obviously wanted to be a fucking internet influencer or whatever the fuck. Like, the business was almost secondary. Yeah, it was fucking like, no, these guys are my friends. Like, no, you gave them free shit.
Really? So he thought they were his friends because he was giving them free shit?
Oh, yeah. Yes, dude. Yeah. Yeah, no, he apparently literally had a... whatever.
Wow.
These people are my friends. And like, wow, you are delusional. Like, no, it's not just because I gave them a bunch of free shit. They really like me.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean,
Well, it's crazy because he built up the business to a pretty fucking successful level very quickly, like within a couple of years. And then brought it all crashing down, dude. Bam. With one live stream.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Well, although, from when I was looking it up again, I don't know why the fuck I thought of it, but because it happened a while ago now, like a year ago. But they had like an East Coast and a West Coast branch. And the East Coast had like a tenth of the workers, but was putting out like 10 times as many PCs. And the West Coast branch was just fucking off all the time, apparently.
That makes sense.
Like they had way less workers, but we're putting out way more PCs, way faster.
Yeah. That actually is one of those things that can happen, and it's not necessarily bullshit kind of thing. I mean, a lot of times it will turn out to have been nonsense, like the people are cheating the system.
Yeah, when it's that big of a discrepancy, there's some.
Usually. But sometimes, like, you know, some people are just better at doing shit. You know, like they're better at doing stuff.
Yeah. One of the really fucked up thing is all the ones that were returned that they hadn't repaired and sent out again are just sitting in a fucking warehouse somewhere. Like people, you know, that had something wrong with their PCs. Yeah, all that goes to like the creditors first instead of the people that send in their PCs to get repaired.
Yeah, that is kind of fucked.
Yeah, it's totally fucked.
But, you know, I mean, fucking buyer beware, man. You gotta do your research.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, no one can make you whole again once you get ripped off. Like, you're just out the money, you know? So it's like, you know, maybe you can win a lawsuit, but probably not. You know? Like, so it's just, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's like people that he had done like chargebacks, like that had paid through PayPal, that he had paid out through PayPal, was literally like rescinding those, and PayPal was actually letting him take the money back from these people who, again, genuinely were due the money.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's just like, sorry, we're going broke, so I'm taking all this money back that I paid you. Yeah, there's some really fucked up shit with that guy.
It's crazy. But then, like, you know, like those kind of rip-off people are out there all the time. Like, I was reading a story about this dude. His wife had a coworker whose dad had just passed away, and he left him this like guitar. And the guy was like, "Well, I'm pretty sure this is a fairly valuable guitar." And the guy's like, "Well, what are you asking for it?" Because he knew exactly what kind of guitar it was. And he's like, "The guy's asking for 4K." And he's like, "Oh, well, I immediately recognized the guitar was worth $40,000, so I took the deal right away." And you're like, "Oh, you're an asshole! Like, fuck you, dude. That's fucked up."
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
And everybody in the fucking comments is like, "Well, you know what? You should buyer beware. You should do your research. Or, you know, he's the one selling it. He should be doing his research." I'm like, his dad just fucking died. And it's a friend from fucking work. Friend from work's husband that you're talking to. Or somebody you thought was a friend from work.
Yeah. I feel like it's still even. I get that he's going to be in grieving and all that kind of shit, but you should still take a minute.
I agree he should have done more research, but he's talking to people that he should be able to trust. Reasonably be trustworthy people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's your coworker's husband. You know, you're in the middle of dealing with all this crazy shit about your dad dying. The dude's a piece of shit. Did the guy who sold it to him make a mistake?
Oh yeah.
Should he have done more research? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the main thing is this dude's a total douchebag. You know, like he's a douche now.
Yeah.
Because I gotta say, man, I'm not
gonna taking advantage of
somebody
like that. Time of grief is definitely fucked up. No,
especially in a situation where they just lost their dad. Even if they say like, "Oh, I hated him" or something like that, whether they like him or not, it's still a really emotionally tumultuous time.
Yeah.
You know, you could be the worst relationship in the world, the best relationship in the world, but it's gonna be fucking. You're not gonna be in the right mind for a while. Yeah.
No, I definitely, if I was the dude, I'd be like, no, it's worth like 10 times that much. Like, I would love to fucking just get it from you for $4,000,
Yeah, it's
but
like I would love
it's
to
worth
do
like
this,
40.
but
Like, there's no
yeah,
way.
I'm not ripping you off for
Yeah, I
$36
also want to
thousand
be able to live
dollars.
with myself. Yeah,
Well, he's like, I'm gonna keep this guitar for a
so I'm
long
gonna not do
time.
that.
I'm gonna pass this on to my kids, and he's just so happy about it. And his wife thinks it's awesome. They
Yeah.
got the guy fired because he was like understandably pissed off and said, "Hey, you guys need to
Hmm.
give that back," and fucking you ripped me off, understandably. Like he's upset. And
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, no, the dude that ripped him off is definitely by far more in the wrong. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. There's very few people that I would trust
true.
nowadays
I
for
wouldn't
anything
trust
like that.
anyone. Like I don't think the guy. I think like the guy made a mistake. I think he really should have done his
Oh
own
yeah,
research first, more than just a Google search, because that's the kind of thing you go and you find somebody to evaluate. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah. You bring it in like a
if
Guitar Center and Steve's.
if like my mom
Yeah,
passed and she had like a giant collection of rare books, or any number of things on that sort of line of thought. I'd be like,
yeah, yeah.
let's
You want to do a decent amount of research.
let's get somebody out here who's an expert to evaluate and make sure that I'm
Yeah,
fully informed before I'm making these decisions.
yeah,
But not
yeah. You don't want
everybody's
to be
going to
like,
do
well,
that.
that's the
Not
one
everybody
website.
can think that
Well,
far
that-
ahead while they're in the middle of dealing with a parent being dead.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, having to
So
deal with grief and all that, but I wouldn't be trying to sell shit at that time either.
no, I wouldn't either. But it's one of those. But you also, maybe it's one of those things where Dad's dead. I have X period of time to get rid of all this shit that came out of his house because I can't keep the
Yeah,
house or something.
yeah,
You don't know the circumstances. You only know one person's set of
yeah.
circumstances here, and this guy, even writing from his own perspective, clearly thinking he did the right thing, makes himself come off like an asshole. So,
Uh, oh wow, the guy that bought the guitar for 4,000 thought he did the right thing.
yeah.
Wow.
And all the details of the story are only from
Oh,
him,
fuck.
because it's a one-sided story. That's why I don't believe much of the stuff from Reddit.
Dude, that was a great thing that the guy from the that had the whatever Kickstarter guys had asked him to take the video. I don't assume that I'm a good person,
Yeah,
so
no,
therefore,
I'm a
if
bad
you think you're a
person
good
sometimes. Yeah.
person, yeah, and he's like, so if you just automatically assume, oh no, I'm a good person, so anything I do is not bad, you're going to be able to justify a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is a great fucking. I never really thought about it that way, but that's a pretty fucking solid philosophy.
I've done some pretty fucked
know,
up
yeah.
things in my time. I just acknowledge that they were fucked up
Yeah,
and
everyone
try to
has.
learn how to be a better
Yeah.
person from it.
Yeah, everybody has, unless there's literally a fucking saint out there somewhere. Highly doubtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all done fucked up shit. But yeah, trying to improve and be a better person. But yeah, assume you're an asshole, or at least not a good person.
Yeah.
And
Except that at the very
judge your-
least, you
judge
need
your
some
actions
work.
individually. Right. Yeah, we're all flawed on some level. But yeah, he said that way you can't be like, oh well, I'm a good person, so what I'm doing can't be wrong because I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%
pretty fucked up,
agreed.
ridiculous rationalization, dude. But a lot of people do it.
Well, I mean, and most people are the hero of their own story, no matter what you do, how you do it.
Oh yeah.
Although, I mean,
This is true.
there is one circumstance which I got to point out, like the guy who I went to high school with, who just like flipped shit and was like, you were a bully, you did all this horrible shit, and I'm like, I think you got me confused with somebody else because I never put fucking hands to you, bro. Like, I never even laid a finger on this homie.
Right.
I treated him exactly like I treated all my other friends at the time, and it was not in a violent and unpleasant manner. Like, we weren't even like the mean kids. Like, we just like hung around and bullshitted and stuff. Like, we didn't hurt people. We didn't like play mean pranks or like evil things or anything like that. We just like, we were like the nerdy kids that people would beat up if we didn't hang out in a group. So we would, stay away from everybody. And it was just like, and this dude was like, you're, this awful bully. I don't know why you think we're friends. And I'm like, well, I thought we were friends because that's just how I treated you through high school. You're clearly a very sensitive little girl.
What the fuck, dude? Was it like the normal like guys bonding banter shit that he had in?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even
like guys always
I
talk
didn't even
shit
cut
about
this
stuff.
guy down. Like I wasn't like I always used to talk him up. Like, oh, you're fucking, you're the smart kid. You're gonna go way further than the rest of us, man. It sucks that your parents ground you for not getting an A. That's kind of fucked up, But hopefully you'll, get into college and you won't have to fucking put up with that shit. But you'll, do better for it in the long run. Like I never fucking treated this dude anything less than respectfully. Like as a friend.
That's fucking bizarre, dude.
Like if I'd beat him up or something, I could totally understand. Like, all right, I'm the bully that kicked his ass. Like we had a fucking.
Or if you just.
We took advanced electronics together, and him and me and like another guy worked together to make a fucking equalizer. Like we designed and built an equalizer for like a stereo.
Yeah,
and like we all worked together. I did my share of the work. He did his share of the work. We didn't like I found one type of circuit. He found the other kind of circuit. We figured out how to put them together with the other guy, and everything's like, one of those weird things where it's like there's no fucking way. And like, granted, I'm sure I treated a lot of people horribly in high school. I'm sure I did bad things, but not to this dude.
This guy's fucking. So did you ever figure it out? Like, did he confuse you with somebody else, or is
no,
I've
never seen him again, and I'm obviously I'm not gonna go. I mean, who fucking cares? I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just thought maybe.
The only reason I even remembered
it
right now was because we were talking about like you're not a good person kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I remember that because I was like, oh, but this is kind of like that one weird exception that proves the rule. Like. You might think you're a great person, but this guy fucking hates me forever.
Yeah. Because if women hear guys doing fucking shit that we talk to each other, like, you guys are fucking so mean to each other. Like, we're joking around, dude. We're fucking just talking shit. None of us are taking it seriously.
Well, and that's why I call him a little girl.
They just don't understand.
I was kind of being mean.
Yeah.
But no, I mean he was the really skinny, weak, nerdy kid that everybody kind of picked on.
Right.
And I was probably one of the few people that didn't. So I don't know. I think the only thing I ever did that could even be close to considered bullying was you get people to flinch from across the room, or you like get them to flinch once in a while. That game that every high school group of boys plays because it's just normal high school fucking bullshit. No, you're never actually hitting anybody. And that was a thing that we all did once in a while, just like the whole group of people, not just me or any one
everybody
person.
did to each other.
Yeah.
And
so my guess is he
that
took that seriously and interpreted that as like I was genuinely threatening to hit him or something. And if that's the case, it's like, dude, if I meant to hit you, I'd have hit you. Trust me. I was like twice your fucking size, 1.5 feet taller. Had I intended to harm you, I guarantee harm would have befallen you.
Yeah, and
I'm
going to go out on
I'm just saying, like, that's the real reality of it, bro.
Yeah, I assume you did that to everybody. Yes, all your friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the fucking dudes. One of the dudes we hung out with. I fucking almost beat his ass. Because he fucking cut my lip with a soda can. Doing that shit.
Jesus.
And it was you could tell from his entire body language he had fucked up and knew it. Because it was like his whole body flinched after he hit me. And I could see how it happens because you got the soda can in your hand and you're a fucking high school kid going through puberty. And you don't know your own fucking size. And he fucked up.
Yeah.
But it cut like a little fucking 1/4 inch long cut in the bottom under one of my fucking lips. Did I fucking hate him for life? No. He
Yeah.
fucking made a
Yeah, I
mistake.
assume he would
I didn't
apologize
hate him then.
profusely.
Immediately, he was like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm so sorry. Because you could tell he went further than he had intended to, like, very clearly. It was very easy to tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know that, like, immediate visceral reaction that people have when they do that? Like you see it when
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, I
somebody's
can't believe
talking
it.
with their
Oh
hands
shit.
and they slap somebody's drink out of their hands or something. They're like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? You know, like, it was one of those moments, and he was one of those, tall, lanky guys where he was
Yeah,
all arms and legs and hadn't quite filled in right.
yeah, I gotcha.
So it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, well, that's an easy way to, that's an easy mistake to make, obviously. You know, and he hadn't intended any harm, and it didn't really even hurt, honestly.
Yeah, but still, yeah, for that first couple seconds, you do want to kick the dude's ass.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get that temper under control. At the time, it definitely took me a good
Yeah,
couple of minutes. Like, you just need to stop talking. You just need to stop talking and stand over there where I can't
yeah.
reach you for a good minute or two. Just give me a fucking couple minutes. I'm gonna stop the bleeding, and then hopefully I won't beat your ass. Although I don't know, he might have kicked my ass. We were young, so who knows which one of us would have won that. But it was just like I mean, if I'd done something like that, I could totally understand it. But yeah, I don't know. Literally everybody, every group, everybody in that group of people did that shit. Did the flinching thing.
Yeah. Wonder if he like tried to confront everybody in the group. You all bullied me.
Yeah, I don't know. And honestly, don't care because it's 20 fucking some odd years
Yeah,
ago. Like whatever, dude.
yeah. It's
He was
very odd that
somebody.
he was
He was
still.
somebody I saw once. Maybe in the 20 years since, I've maybe seen him 5 times in total in a grocery store parking lot. And I was just like, hey, how's it going? Oh, you're a bricklayer. I would have thought you would be in computers, man. Good for you. I bet you got fucking buff. And that was it.
Yeah, yeah. To hold on to it for that long, it's very bizarre, dude.
Yeah, that was a weird one. But I gave him a very sincere apology. I said, you know what? I don't know what I did that made you feel that way, but I'm very sorry, and I will stop bothering you. Not a problem.
Yeah,
Like, totally fine. And then I walked away from him because I'm not going to make a weird confrontation over that. And it doesn't cost me anything to just say, hey, I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. You put it that way. You're like, I don't know what I did, but something I did made you feel that way, and I'm apologize
Yeah.
for that.
I said, I'm truly
All right.
sorry that anything I did might have made you feel that way, and, I will no longer bother you when I see you. Not a problem. Because honestly, like, I mean, we weren't like the best of buddies or anything like that, so it's not like,
Yeah, yeah. Just part of the group.
yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't keep in touch. I didn't keep in touch with most of those people. There was like the one guy in that group, and I were like brothers. Like, he was the one that fucking dated the girl I was into behind my back without either of them telling me for like a
Oh
year.
yeah.
Which if it had been like a week or something, and then they're like, hey, look, we've been going out for like a week or something, and you should just know that, there's really no reason
Yeah.
for you to keep pursuing this girl, because, like, I'm already with her or something. That'd have been one thing, but they kept that shit from me for a year.
Yeah.
Let me take her out on, like,
Yeah, that is
essentially
very
dates,
bizarre.
like, out to the beach, go play pool, fucking out to lunch. So, yeah, it was pretty fucking
Yeah.
uncool.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not
she's
subtle.
a bitch,
If
but
I'm
yeah,
into somebody,
again,
I'm
if he
fucking
kept it up
in.
for like maybe a month, but yeah, sometime in that fucking year, after like a month, he should have fucking told you.
Right? It was
So
one
yeah,
of
it's
those
pretty
things where
shitty
you
of
just
him,
gotta be
too.
like, dude, you're an ass. And we're
Yeah,
not friends
like, that's
anymore,
fucked up.
and we're not ever gonna be friends again. Like, we're done.
Yeah,
And that's when I stopped hanging out
yeah,
with either of them. Because I was just like, you know what? Both of you guys are fucking awful people, and I'm done with y'all. Peace. Holy shit. I'm gonna share my screen. This is an impressive base.
Feast upon you. I will.
This is one worth looking at. Let's see. Yeah, if you have a chance to check the stream out.
All right, yeah, give me a second. Well, it's like a
This
30-second
is
delay anyway, so
yeah. By the time you get it up,
we'll probably get this
you'll
just
be
in
able to
time.
see it. And it doesn't matter. I can stand here for fucking eternity.
All right, where do we get? Oh shit, I'm still on the fucking other video. Back into this. Come on.
Jamon. Hee hee. Little Michael Jackson action.
God damn.
That's all.
got some
That's all
levels.
something this dude built. There's no boats in this game. This dude
Wow.
just built this whole big fucking boat, and it looks like you can go up in it.
It
So I'm
can't
about
actually-
to.
So it can't actually sail anywhere, but it's still.
No, this
has
is
all
all
that.
just base building pieces that he built. Let's see.
Crazy.
There we go.
And
Okay,
it's
and
a- take all
they're
the
a clan that actually is going to be around for a while. But if you look down here underneath, it'll take a minute to populate. He had to build all this whole support structure down underneath it just to hold it up out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
All these
Oh yeah.
pieces down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it. You're underwater.
Yeah, he had to build
Swimming
all that
around all
shit
day.
down there just to hold all the rest of it out above water. Oh, you're not even going to custom
Yeah.
name your fucking thralls? You're a fucking goof.
It's pretty crazy.
This is a mass. I don't know if I'm gonna like look through this whole base. It looks like it's just a warren of stuff.
Yeah, it opens up a little bit, but yeah, it looks like a lot of hallway.
Yeah. I'm gonna do like a little exploring, but I'm not gonna like sit and go through the whole fucking place. Oh, I can't. He's got doors. But it's pretty cool looking nonetheless. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Built a
it's
pretty
it's
badass
impressive to pull off
base.
something. Yeah,
That is some
yeah, especially
shiny
doing it something
blue
that
stuff. That is some armor that person's wearing. Oh, you can see through the windows, like some of the stuff in here. Yeah,
first
it's
time looking
pretty
at it's
cool.
wearing green stuff.
I gotta say, it's pretty nice. I mean, I could really work my way around, and like, there's lots of ways to get around. I could get around all this stuff, but I'm not gonna try to climb up the
Right.
whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm looking
I
out
hear
here
ya.
for a place to build. But I was very impressed by that. Usually I see a lot of bases and they're not a big deal. Like, this stuff is all part of the game now that I'm looking at the gray stone.
I feel like this
Right.
guy played Minecraft a lot before.
Well, you know what, though? I really appreciate that it's not just another fucking castle.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely something that he had to really work out how to fucking pull it off. Obviously.
Yeah, it's like none of the stuff
Or I
I
would've
built
still-
looks
maybe
like a
not.
castle because that is the easiest thing to build. It's
Yeah.
the most boring, simplest, easiest thing to make. It's just, oh, there's another castle.
Yeah, to figure out how to take all of those fucking pieces and make it look like a boat is pretty impressive.
Plus, there's a stability system. So, every piece has to have
you
a
have
certain
to-
amount of stability to be able to build another piece off of it.
Right,
So when you look
right.
at like those sails, that had to take a long time. Figuring
Yeah.
out how
That
many
is a lot of-
pillars and stuff you could build and how you could get up and down them to build it there. Yeah, it's not easy sometimes.
Yeah, that took some work. That took some dedication.
More dedication, and I appreciate it more
That guy.
than the guy who just has nothing but female thralls that are all like half naked or fully naked.
All right.
Even down to like the crafts people on his benches are all female thralls.
No, fucking naked. Gee.
Well, the thing is,
Christ.
it's like it can take a long time to find like a named anything for like a crafts bench. Like you literally hours of work. But to then specify, like,
Right.
well, we're not even going to take the half of them that are men, and you probably, actually, it's probably more like 2/3 of them are men. Like, that's really fucking
Right.
dedicated to, like, you're spending hours and hours and hours collecting all those people. One at a time.
Yeah. So to restrict it to fucking females is kind
It's
of bizarre.
definitely, it's in that, it's almost in that speed
Just
run
so you can have
thing.
naked chicks.
Or what was, there was the thing, what is with this, all of a sudden, people are looking at, like, Billy Mitchell and shit from the 80s, like those, the guys that cheated in those old video game contests.
Mm. Yeah. Well,
Why- I
Billy
wonder why
Mitchell's a
they're-
fucking scumbag.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and he'll sue
I'm
anybody
certainly
who
not
says
saying,
anything
like,
about him.
I'm not saying they're good or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, why are we suddenly, like, all focused on them? Is it because he filed a lawsuit and everybody just, like, lost their shit or what? I don't know.
Well, he sues anybody that makes a video saying that he cheated, even though it's been well established that he cheated. So yeah, he's still,
Really?
you know what I
Okay,
mean?
so it
That's what's
doesn't matter
keeping him
what-
fucking relevant. Yeah, he sues anybody, dude, to try to get him to take the videos down or take whatever fucking, you know, whatever they did, whether it's print or fucking video or whatever, he will fucking sue the person. And obviously it's frivolous and it gets thrown out eventually, but it's still going to either cost you a bunch in lawyer fees or you're going to take it down. Yeah, so that's why he's still relevant. That's why people are still talking.
Oh, and that's why people
Talking
call
about
him
it.
Billy Bitchell.
Yeah. To this day, dude. He tried to sue fucking Cartoon Network because regular show did a episode where it was a character that was allegedly based on him. It was basically, dude. It was a guy with a giant head and tiny body, big fucking bearded dude. And he's like, no, that's obviously me. It's funny because, like, in the court things, literally the judge is, no, this is obviously not you because you are not a guy with a giant head and a tiny body. Like, that was part of the fucking settlement from the judge or the fucking judgment from the judge about
The
it.
judge is like,
It's
you're
so
an
fucking
idiot.
funny.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. And the name is Garrett Bobby Ferguson and not Billy whatever Mitchell.
Oh, his name is not actually Billy Mitchell,
Yeah,
the character's name?
No, dude. No,
What
dude.
the fuck?
And he still
Was
tried
it
to
even
fucking
like a
sue him,
video
dude.
game playing character? Like, was it like a spoof where they were like, this guy
Yeah,
plays
it was a guy that
video
had the high
games?
score. Yeah, it was a game that Mordecai and Rigby were playing, and they were about to beat the high score, and then he showed up and was like trying to give him the sob story about, you know, the record meaning so much to him or whatever. And then
okay.
so
it's
yeah, it was
semi-parody
video game
of the
related,
guy.
but yeah,
It was a parody of the story of the guy.
yeah, kind of.
It wasn't even like a parody
little
of him
bit.
specifically. It was just like,
Yeah,
it vaguely
Yeah.
resembles your kind of silly game.
Have your soul.
yeah. So quite obviously, again, wasn't using the name, fucking likeness, other than the giant head guy, beard, and, you know, mustache
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, it was ridiculous, dude.
That's funny.
So yeah, that's why he still talked about it, because anybody that talks about it ends up him trying to sue him to, again, he knows he's not going to win the fucking lawsuit. He's just like, well, you can pay a bunch of money and win, or you can take it down and, you know, not point out how badly I cheated.
Yeah, what a weird thing to, like, flip your lid over.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Here we go. That's perfect. This thumbnail illustrates it perfectly. Hold on. Let me post this to the Discord. Just so you can get a good idea of exactly what the character looked like. And he thought was, he was able to sue over. Alright, I just posted it.
Alright, I'm killing a world boss real quick, so...
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
check
Yeah,
that
whenever
in,
you get
like,
around
2
to
seconds. I mean,
They go show
it's
Mordecai
unlikely that
Rigby.
there's going to be any issue with what I'm doing right now, but it's just, like, better that I keep an eye on what's going on just a little bit.
Yeah, and the game, it's not like the game was Donkey Kong either. One that he allegedly had the high score that he cheated. It
Oh,
wasn't
really?
like it was they were playing Donkey Kong. It was a made up game that they were playing too. Like so, yeah, it's obviously fucking parody. Even if it was based generally on him, it doesn't fucking matter. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, for sure. What a fucking... What nonsense.
Yeah, it's not like the guy showed up and he's like, "I'm Billy Mitchell." I mean, I'm Garrett. You know what I mean? Not even like there's anything that actually
Oh, yeah,
referenced
that's
him directly.
fucking... Yeah, I can see why that would be really obnoxious. No, I fucking screwed myself.
So yeah, it's his fault that he's still in the fucking that people are still talking about him
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's sad.
because he's a litigious fucking asshole. Yeah.
What a sad asshole.
Yeah. Oh, here's one that goes into the whole lawsuit thing. It's about like just under 13 minutes. That's probably worth watching. All right, I'll post that one too.
Have your soul feast upon you.
If you want to hear more of the story or whatever.
I've probably watched it. There's like, for some reason, this Billy Mitchell guy is suddenly all over the place recently in my
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
my
it's been the
stuff.
last couple of years. No, because I forget who the guy is that he was suing, but yeah, like obviously he covered it, talked about it, and other people are obviously covering it and like, yeah, look at this fucking asshole's doing to this guy for pointing out he cheated.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird thing. Let me see what's going on here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So yeah, he literally looks like he's just stuck in the '80s anyway. Billy
Oh,
Mitchell.
that's clearly meant to be Billy Mitchell. Come on. Fucking, that's his face, dude. Come on.
That's
I mean,
exactly like him.
it's parody, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like, there's nothing he gets to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's clearly Billy Mitchell. Like, I can see why he was mad, but he's an idiot.
But yeah, to actually try to sue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm interested.
Okay, so you already know what Billy Mitchell looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always wearing like the black fucking shirt with the fucking U.S. the U.S. flag tie on, or some stupid tie.
Yeah. Yup. He's a goofy dude. He's a goofy fucking
He looks like
dude.
he kind of looks like if Peter Dinklage wasn't a dwarf or a midget.
If Peter Dinklage wasn't a dwarf.
He looks like a full-size Peter Dinklage.
That's actually a fairly accurate description of Billy Mitchell. Like, honestly, you know?
Yeah, it's something I have a talent for, noticing what things look like. It's
Yeah,
like my,
you know
my
what?
mutant
There's
ability.
nobody better than Detroit when it comes to seeing what things look like.
Yeah. You show me something, I'll tell you what it looks like.
Magic.
And I will be spot on every time, goddamn. Gotta figure out a way to fucking monetize this ability of mine.
Magical ability.
Although it is something seriously though, I do it all the time. I see somebody like, oh, this guy looks like a cross between this guy and this guy.
Yeah,
Or
Billy
things are
Mitchell is
such of that
definitely
nature.
a unique physical appearance. A very unique physical appearance he has.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of a cartoonish character to begin
Yeah,
with.
oh yeah, to be fair, yeah, he is kind of, he does, yeah. He
Both in looks and
comes
action.
off like a cartoon in a
Very
lot of
cartoon.
ways.
Yeah, he's got to maintain and protect his fake legacy.
Yeah, I don't understand, but you still, I don't understand why these people are suddenly so popular. Just because it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I guess it's
I
fun to
wonder if he's
laugh
just
at
doing
him
it
or
so people still
something.
talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what he's
Well, if
probably
he keeps
doing.
suing, I mean, they're gonna. Yeah, he's probably like, yeah, one of the. There's no such thing as bad publicity people. They're
Yeah, that
talking
makes
about
sense.
me. I'm still relevant.
Yeah, that
I
makes
still
sense in
matter.
a sick, sad way. In a sad, sad way. What a sad, sad man.
Yeah.
What a sad, sad man. Yeah, I would not want to be that to be like my claim to fame.
Yeah. I assume all the years before, I don't know when exactly it was proven fake, but I'm sure he had a pretty long run of being thought of as the number one guy.
Probably. Yeah, I imagine that's the kind of thing where you're on top of the world for like, a good 15 minutes of fame kind of thing. You
Yeah.
probably got to go to like New York and some other places, and like he got some travel out of it maybe or something. I can see that.
Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of like gaming conventions or whatever. Fucking had him, come by or whatever. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
probably
that
got a
makes
lot of
sense. That
opinions.
makes sense. Yeah, I could see that being like what it really.
So yeah, even if he got busted for it later on, I'm sure he got a lot of good play out of it before then.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Good for that guy.
Well, I mean, he lied about the whole thing, so that's kind of not really good for that guy, I don't think. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but whatever. He got his 15 minutes out of it, no doubt, and I'm sure it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, I think what it was is the controller that he used or whatever. Because like the original Donkey Kong, like
Had a
facing
4-way and he
left
had
or
an
right.
8-way. Yeah, so he had more
Yeah.
options.
Yeah, well, he could direct the barrels. The way the barrels went easier, like with the holding it at diagonal instead of holding it, left, right, or whatever. He could move and direct the barrels, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it made it much easier. Yeah.
It was a cheat. It was a cheat. He was a fucking dirty, dirty cheater, and he knew it.
Indeed. And he should probably just shut the fuck up about it and let people forget.
That would be my thought. Like,
Yeah.
at a certain point, it's like, dude, you should just fade away into obscurity as that dirty, dirty cheater, and then not fucking keep bringing it up. Because
No, everybody must always think of me as the king of Kong.
it's not making you look good.
Yeah. At this point it's definitely drawing more people to fucking your bullshit. So yeah, very odd. Okay. Oh, that wasn't a stationary one. Okay. So on the Far Cry game, like you can go back and loot the main bad guy after you kill him, like over and over again.
And kill him again and again?
Yeah, well, no, he stays dead. But if you go back to the body, you can get, because there's like his golden pen and then like some kind of lapel pin or whatever. That what do you call it? Let's see. They're worth a huge amount. Like I think.
So you can keep getting money out of it, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, like the most expensive thing besides these two, the lapel pin, his lapel pen, is like 16,000 of whatever currency, the Kirati, whatever. Those are worth 350,000 and 300,000. So again, those are first top two most valuable things.
Pretty cool. Yeah, in this game, like the bosses all respawn, so you can continue to get stuff from them. So kind of similar sort of thing.
I got disconnected temporarily for some reason. Oh, shit, is it back on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't think you can hear me.
No, I can hear you, but
Oh.
it didn't pair back up. It's playing through my phone and not the speaker.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hold
I
on.
see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't want to start echoing or something. Why the fuck is this not connecting? Yes, that one, dude. What the fuck? Hold on. All
It
right.
says it's connected. Let's see what happens. All right. Can you hear me now? Eh?
I certainly can.
All right, there we go. Now we're good. Both are speakers. Or, not speakers. Fucking mics. You can still hear me, yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We good. But anyways, I figured out, like, if you go back up to it, there's like this, what does it call it? A fortress? Okay, so it's kind of a long stretch. Like, there's the Royal Fortress. Then if you get past that, there's a long stretch that goes up to the actual palace or whatever where you kill them. Once you beat the fortress, you there's like a door at the end of it that you can't really get around with a vehicle. Like you can blow a hole in it, but only a very small section. The only thing that you can get through there is you can barely squeeze through like like a quad, like an ATV or whatever.
Okay.
All right, so basically, um, and this definitely falls under the too much free time thing, I think. I basically figured out exactly how far away I have to drive on the ATV. Like after I loot him, I figured out exactly how far away I have to drive to where I can turn around and go back, and
Be
he'll
able to
have
get
the
your
shit
stuff
again.
again.
Yeah, like down to the fucking down to the foot, basically. Like
Oh,
I kept going
nice.
back. I would go further. I would go I would go to a certain distance. I'm like, oh, okay, he respawned there. All right, I'm gonna go a little shorter. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not there, so it's in between these two spots. So I literally spent like an hour figuring out exactly how fucking far I had to go. It's so fucking stupid. But yeah, I just want
Well,
to point out how pointless all my activities are nowadays.
what is it? My brother, my sister, and my mom are all playing that new Zelda game or Link or whatever game, like whatever
All
fucking
right.
character you care about more.
Yeah.
Sorry, I needed a drink. My throat was getting really dry.
What
But
is the name of it? Is it the Tears of the Kingdom or something like that? Tears of the Kingdom? I think that's the name, right? But either way, the new Zelda.
no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
think that's it. Either way, it's the new Zelda game.
either way, yeah, they're all playing it, and there's a thing where you can buy these little plastic fucking figures, right? And if you get these little plastic figures, they got a little thing in the bottom that you scan in your controller, right? And then it will allow them to get like free items. Like shit just falls from the sky. Like they'll get, like a bunch of arrows or like some fucking. And it's not, none of it's like amazing, but none of it's like trash.
Yeah, so it has some value, but it's not crazy value.
Yeah. And so like they love doing that, and it's like, that's cool, but like, they didn't want to buy all these little figures, right?
Uh-huh.
So my brother found out what the little things that they put in the base are, and he bought just like a roll of programmable ones.
Oh, wow.
And then he looked around online until he finally found a thing that allowed him to
Yeah, to have the right codes or whatever.
to copy the codes onto them. Yeah.
All right.
And so I was like, that's pretty impressive in its own little way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's similar to doing like cheat codes and that kind of shit.
Yeah, I figured it's similar
Not
to
really
doing like
I mean, if you think about it.
like what is
Yeah,
it?
it's not really. It's again, shit. He wasn't going to buy anyway,
yeah.
right? I mean, it's not like they're
No,
actually
yeah,
losing
no.
money.
They're not losing money off of this. Definitely not losing money off of this. That for sure.
Yeah. Did he actually figure that shit out himself, or did he find something online telling him, "Hey, buy this stuff and then find this shit here"? Yeah,
Uh,
he come up with it himself. That is pretty good. That's pretty
he
impressive.
figured it out himself. He did the research to
Wow.
find out what was in the little things and like how he could, place it to, or where he could find the thing
Yeah. To print it up
to
and
print it out.
yeah,
To,
get
to
all the free
well,
shit.
it's like a thing where you scan it into your computer and your computer imprints it on
Yeah,
there.
like a QR code kind of thing or something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I was
Probably.
always like, that's you really wanted that, and it's a smart way to do it because fuck those people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nintendo especially. Fuck Nintendo.
Yeah,
They're
Nintendo makes
so fucking.
great games, but they're just such assholes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, all of them are. Sony's kind of fucked up too, but yeah, Nintendo especially. Like they go after people for doing live streams with their games, and you know what I mean, like the Let's Plays
Any
or whatever.
way they can take some money from somebody, they're fucking ready.
Yeah,
And it never makes
yeah.
them look good.
Mm-mm. But they're like, yeah, no, you're still gonna buy the Mario and the Zelda and Metroid, so fuck you. You can hate us all you want. You know you're gonna buy this shit.
Yeah, true.
Seems to be their attitude. If I had to guess, like, yeah, fuck you. You're still gonna buy this shit. You love it. You can't stop yourself from buying it. Yeah.
Yep, and they're wrong.
Still
They're
pretty
not
fucking
wrong.
shitty.
People still buy it.
Yeah. Although, yeah, it's been a while since I bought anything Nintendo. Probably Twilight Princess for the fucking. Actually, it wasn't even for the Wii. I don't think. I think it was the fucking version for the GameCube. Whatever Zelda game came out on the Wii first, they also had a GameCube version. That's the last Zelda game I bought. Actually, I didn't even buy it. They fucking got it from Sears, and the kid accidentally didn't ring it up.
Huh.
But I did intend on buying it. I just did not buy it.
Can't see a goddamn thing. It's so dark.
All right. What the hell else is going on in the world today?
I was about to take a look because I gotta wait for daylight anyway.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff I got in there. I just been like trying to figure out how to get the height right on a base. Oh, here's something I was surprised to see starting to make the rounds. It's specifically for Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. But I would be shocked if it's not a worldwide issue, or at least a nationwide for us.
All right.
Is hospitals just dumping patients, like just literally dumping them out on the sidewalk and shit.
Yeah, I saw that. You don't. Yeah, that was like 15 minutes before we went live. But yeah, I saw that. That's fucking horrible, dude.
Well, and I was just sitting there because I was watching it, going like, "Oh, I fucking know exactly what's going on there." Yeah, I fucking dealt with that shit a lot. Like the
So what's
hospitals
the deal?
will just send people back whether or not they've gotten treatment. Like half the time, we've had
They'll just discharge him.
clients that they sent back without telling us in the middle of the night.
Wow.
They'll be like, "Oh, okay, we have your client," and then you like call them and talk to them, and be like, "All right, well they need a taxi voucher, and you need to call us and let us know when they're headed back. We need to know where they are at all times." And like we
and they just don't bother.
yeah, well they like the hospitals will also disregard our legal right to know what goes on with their medical information. Well, HIPAA things, yeah,
Wow.
this is why we have a waiver that they signed granting us legally access to their fucking medical information. So stop fucking around and just tell me. You know, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got a little slightly more paperwork for me, so fuck you. Yeah, it's fucked up,
It's
man.
really
Jesus
obnoxious.
Christ.
And but they won't even tell us the clients are coming back. So they'll just send them back at like 2 in the morning in a cab. You know, the taxi voucher gets you so far. You know, if the client doesn't want to go back to the program, 9 times out of 10, that cab will take
Yeah,
them
they
wherever
can
the
go
fuck
wherever
they
the
want, as
fuck.
long as it's within range of the voucher.
Nah. Jesus, dude.
So we've had
Seems
clients.
like
We've also had them take and deliver clients that don't live in our program to us. That's happened
wow.
once.
All right.
To be fair, that client had lived in
Jesus.
that program like 2 years prior, but was not
All
a
right.
part of the program at that time.
So at least had been a part of it at one
At
point.
least had
Just
been at one
didn't
point, so it
update
wasn't
him.
the worst thing ever. Like we definitely weren't supposed to, but we let her sleep on the couch, and then I drove her home in the morning. But it was like, you know, this hospital just didn't
Yeah,
even
like,
bother to like call and make sure that that was the right address, and just decided, well, it's in the file, so we're done, bye, and then just dumped her on us. They didn't really do anything to treat any of her medical issues that she went for. They just doped her
wow.
up on like risperidone and Benadryl, and just got her fucking so high that she couldn't stay awake anymore. And
And
that
then
was it.
just
And then
fucking
sent
sent
her
her on
back.
her way.
So she was just
Yeah, because if she
completely
was
fucking
conscious,
out on the couch.
yeah, if she was conscious, then they would ask her, and she would say, "No, I'm not in that program," and that would cause more work. So they're just like, "Yeah, just send her back there, dope her
Yep.
up, knock her,
And
and send
it's
the
like a
bitch back to."
constant fucking issue. It's so fucking like so bad. For
Yeah,
us, and I can only imagine like how bad that is for like other kinds of companies.
yeah. I don't know, dude. It seems like something they should get fucking shit suit out of them
Right? Like, or some
for
sort of
doing that kind
fine
of
from the
shit.
fucking government, like the county or the
Yeah,
state should be like, hey, this keeps happening. We're gonna start taking money from you.
yeah, and we'll decertify your fucking hospital. You keep the shit up.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what that would entail. I don't know if they can do that. I
Well,
assume
there's
they
even
can. Like if the
federal
hospital's
laws
bad
against
enough.
patient dumping. So, like, what they're doing
Yeah,
is federally illegal. It's not like it's some sort of big
yeah,
surprise that they never saw coming, that was a law that they were supposed to not be breaking.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I would assume they're aware of how shitty their behavior is. They're just like, well, whatever,
It's
paperwork, fuck
money.
it. I don't want to do that shit. Yeah,
It's all
we made
about the
money off.
money.
Yeah, we build the insurance. That's all that matters.
Yep, pretty much.
Fuck this patient. And fuck the wherever they're fucking going from here.
Pretty much. You got it in a nutshell. I just was surprised to see anybody actually talking about it. I was like, wow, really? They're actually covering it. That's kind of cool.
Noise.
Because it's one of those things that just generally does not
Yeah, doesn't get a lot of
does not get a
fucking.
lot of coverage, because it's usually, you know, homeless people and mentally ill people, and basically it's the poor, and
Yeah,
nobody
the
wants to
people. Well,
talk
not even
about how
necessarily the
they're
poor, but
being abused, because
yeah, it's the people nobody care about, or that they think nobody cares about. Probably right for the most part.
sadly, yeah. Luckily for you know, our clients, like we step in,
Mm,
and shit happens sometimes, not all the time.
yeah. Oh, dude, that bitch getting fired thing, dude. That's fucking nuts to me, dude.
It blows
The
my
bitch that
mind.
got fired.
However,
Yeah.
I may have been somewhat wrong about all of the details.
Oh, really?
I was only getting her side of the story, and I thought she was 100% honest, and now I'm not so
Ah.
sure, because
Oh,
there's a
wow.
guy I work with who's an older guy, and let me tell you, he's one of the most honest, straight shooting kind of guys you ever meet in your life.
Oh, okay.
So I
Get some
don't
more
doubt for a
details for you, huh?
second his word. And I've known him a
right.
lot longer than I've known her. Uh,
Yeah.
Plus, women, they
What's
get all emotional and they
yeah.
fucking tell stories.
Yeah. Yeah, they tend to leave out the shit that doesn't make them look like a victim.
So it sounds like, yes, that woman was definitely fucking with her. But
Right.
the company fired her for being late all the time, and she was late all the
Mm.
time.
Hmm.
So, like,
All right.
I think it's probably, like, I think it's probably a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say both sides are wrong on some level,
I think that
kind of thing.
if she files a lawsuit, they're fucked because it's going to look just like retaliation because it kind of is. For
Yeah.
them going
Yeah.
after for her going after the other lady, and they seem to like that lady more. Um,
Right.
so it's definitely retaliation, and that's not going to serve them well in the long run. If she goes after them, I don't know
Yeah.
if she's gonna though. She has a family member that's a lawyer, so, and she was collecting information on the handbook, the employee handbook.
Right. Right.
Oh, son of a bitch! I fucking drowned myself again. No. I hate those words so much. No, I hope I can get back there in time. I had a lot of shit
That's
on my
weird. That's the
mind.
same bitch that you said was like doing all the back pay that was keeping you accredited. Was that still true, or was that some
Yes,
bullshit?
yes. So it's one of those things where it's like 100%. She saved that company from a lot of problems, legal problems, and I think and they didn't really talk to her about being late prior to firing her for it. At least that
Yeah.
she
Usually you
claims.
gotta have a. Yeah. Yeah. Usually you
So
have to have you have to do it like get written up for it like a third time. Like you get the verbal warning, written.
yeah,
Fucking,
and
you
then
can be
before you get the
terminated.
verbal warning, you got to be late like 4 or 5 times, kind of consecutively. It's never been a thing that they've been particularly concerned about prior to her, though.
Yeah.
She would
Yeah.
be
It
the
seems like
first person to get
shit they
fired
came
for
up
being
with.
late. And her claim, when she
Yeah.
was talking to one of the other people that works there, I didn't even have the right name, so even if I started the wrong name, it doesn't matter. I'm not naming people, ironically. But the other girl that works there, she
Yeah, no
claims
worries.
that she was never later than the allotted 5 minutes leeway for the time clock, where you can
Oh,
clock in like
gotcha.
5 minutes early or 5 minutes late, and you're still right on time. And it's actually 7 minutes either side.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
the
Right.
girl was wrong on like how long the thing was, but it was one of those things where it's like, oh shit, like this isn't like a normal thing that they fire people for. So I think it was
Yeah.
retaliation, and
Yeah.
I think they are buying into that lady's story. But I think this girl also kind
Mm.
of fucked herself over to just not doing her job right, not showing up on time.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah. She's also.
she's raising her daughter as kid, like she has like legal custody and everything. And the kid's autistic, so there's a lot of extra stuff involved in like taking care of him. And she's got a boyfriend, but he lives like several cities over, like an hour or two away, so he's not in the house all the time. And the daughter's not helping. She's basically trying to raise the daughter, even though the daughter's an adult with a kid. So
Oh
like
wow.
she's got a lot of responsibilities, and I feel for her. But
Yeah. At the same time,
if you shoot yourself in the
kind
foot
of gave
and
him.
then you complain about your foot hurting, it's like, well, you're the one that pulled the trigger. So
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't have given them that ammo.
and
Be there on
I
time.
talked with her about that prior to that too. I said, hey, look, just this lady's talking shit. Do you put your nose to the grindstone? Do your job. Keep track, like keep documentation of you doing your job, and document every one of these things and start talking to HR. And she should have started talking to HR a month ago when I told her.
Yeah.
Like as soon as that shit started, and she talked to Debbie, and Debbie was like, "Okay, I'll talk, and I'll stop it." And then it kept going. You immediately go to HR after that. You don't go to your boss again. You go to your HR and you say, "Hey, look, This is a hostile work environment, and this person needs to stop. And my boss didn't stop it, so you get to stop it.
Yeah.
Part of the other things that were going on is they were giving this lady her job. They were letting this lady do like all of her job, her work, and then giving the lady that I was working with that I liked a bunch of fucking scut work.
Wow.
Like basically turning into her a fucking janitor, where she's just supposed to like clean the house and mop floors and scrub and everything. And it's like, she's not a maid, she's the lead counselor. She should be doing all the paperwork and all this other stuff that's not just fucking cleaning. You're completely wasting your time.
That's pretty fucked up.
And my problem with the whole thing is this lady, the lady that's being in was fucking trying to set her up is a fucking idiot. She doesn't fucking know how to do the job. And it's like, instead of learning how to do the job and doing a really good job, her method for getting ahead is to fuck over other people and make them look bad.
Yeah, knock down the person whose job you want.
Yeah. Because whether or not this lady was showing up late or whatever, she was getting everything done. Like, she was definitely doing her job plus a lot of extra. Doing the management's jobs as well.
Yeah, like I said, it's very odd that they didn't, again, follow those steps. Again, that's the way it is here. I can't imagine in California it's any less. As far as, again, you got to give a verbal, a written, fucking final notice kind of thing. Can't imagine it's any different there. They can just be like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, we didn't mention it before." You have to go through
verbal and several written, and you have to give them a plan of action to like remedy the issues. Yeah, it's not one of those things where you can just be like, "Oh yeah, whatever." Like,
it's generally kind of difficult unless it's like stealing or fraud or something like that.
Firing somebody in one day
fire
with no warning is very difficult. So this is if she goes for a lawsuit. She's Native American, Mexican, and they didn't fucking document all of this stuff in advance. So, it was the day after she talked to a couple of the manager and the middle manager of about the hostile work environment stuff.
Yeah. It's incredibly
it's going to come back obvious. It's going to come back as retaliation, and she's probably going to get her job back, and they're probably going to have to fire that lady and probably the managers as well, because like that's one of those things. Like the hostile work environment in California is very serious. Like don't fuck around. It's almost as bad as like discriminating against minorities as far as like how consequences go.
Yeah, and that could be a fucking claim too, by the way, since she's Native and Hispanic.
Also, that's what I was telling her. I'm like, whether you like it or not, like that is a claim you can make, and it would hold up, and they'd probably lose because they're a bunch of white ladies.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, depending on how far you want to take it.
Yeah, fuck it, throw it in there too. They're gonna fucking settle. I guarantee you, the lawyers are gonna fucking settle.
Well, if I were her, you know what I mean? I wouldn't settle for anything less than my position back and all the management involved in ignoring the situation being terminated. Like, you got to replace those managers so that this is never going to happen again. And I'm gonna need a cool 10K, and like I'd definitely see I'd go for broke, Mariah, in her case.
Yeah, you gotta ask for like 10 mil. If you want 10K,
you're not gonna get 10K out of the company, much less 10 mil.
Yeah.
But 10K is like one of those things that you might actually a judge might consider reasonable.
You never know, though. That was one of the Scott Adams books that I read back in the day. He's like, it was about requesting a budget for whatever departments in a corporation, but it still kind of applies. So he was basically like, most people make the mistake of asking for like twice as much as you need. He's like, the budget person's going to recognize that and just cut it in half right away. He's like, you got to ask for several times more than you need.
Yeah, so if the budget person cuts it in half, you're still way ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it
I said, I
was
never liked the Gilbert cartoons, but that book was actually pretty funny.
the Dilbert cartoons were like really hit and miss. There
Yeah,
was once in a while there was one that was really good, but most of the time it was pretty fucking trash.
yeah, yeah. But that book was actually, I think his books are better, way better. Although I've only read the one. I think it was the Dilbert Principle. I think was the name of it.
Oh, that makes sense because I've read some of the comic books for comics that are in the paper, and in the paper they're terrible, but like in
Yeah,
the
they're
comic books they're put together in a much more cohesive storyline, and it's much
all
more
right, right.
interesting. Like Milo and Opus. That's a really good one, but
Oh, you
like
mean Doonesbury? They changed the name to Doonesbury at some point. Is that one?
Milo and Opus I think was a precursor to Doonesbury. I don't think they changed the name to
Yeah.
Doonesbury because
Oh, okay.
like Bill the cat and the penguin and none of the characters from Milo and Opus are in Doonesbury.
Oh,
It's political.
okay. Okay. Same guy, I'm guessing.
Uh, Similar style. I
The
think it
Hunter S.
is.
Thompson character. Yeah.
I think it's a similar style, similar guy. I don't know if it's exactly the same guy doing them all.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's been a long time since I read it, so I can't remember the artist. But also like Calvin and Hobbes. Calvin and Hobbes is a great story, but it really shines in when you read the actual collections versus try to read it in like a newspaper. Because then you get like all these long
Right.
storylines that are so good.
Bloom County. Okay, that's what.
Bloom County, that's what it was, not Milo and Opus, you're right.
Mm, I looked it up.
But that was a
Okay,
good series of comics that wouldn't really work in a paper, but when you read through like all
Yeah,
of it in a
the book
book
is
and they
good.
were like storylines that were connected from one section to another and like, you know, character progression and stuff, it was like, oh, this is really fun. All right, cool.
What the fuck is Doonesbury different? Who the fuck is the artist?
Doonesbury's a different guy altogether. Or it might be the same guy, but it's a
Okay.
different world altogether.
Oh wait, I just had the fucking name. I could have just clicked on it. Berkeley Breathed. His last name is. They can't be pronounced like that. It's got to be like Breathed or something. It's
Breathed?
Breathed. Yeah, I was gonna say it's spelled exactly like breathe. Breathed.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta be something else.
No, Berkeley
Alright,
Breeze.
Boone
That
County,
is the
Outland,
name.
and Opus. Alright, so Doonesbury just kind of ripped off the style. Whoever did it.
You know, I mean, I don't know why I would say ripped off. It would be influenced by, perhaps. Might be a more accurate term.
Oh, Gary Trudeau did that one. Okay. Yeah. A spiritual successor, perhaps.
Perhaps. There you go. I like to think of people as being influenced by, not ripping off, because, you know, you
Yeah, I
can't
hear
really
you.
steal a style, you know.
Let's
It's like,
see. Yeah, no, I just remember like being when I became aware of Hunter S. Thompson years later, realizing the Doonesbury, the character in Doonesbury is quite obviously inspired by Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh,
With
yeah,
the visor
yeah.
and the cigarette with the cigarette fucking holder, you know.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, his name's Uncle Duke. So, with Hunter S. Thompson's alter ego being Raoul Duke, pretty safe bet.
Oh, really? Okay, I did not know it was that blatant.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, whenever Hunter S. Thompson would write like a particularly fucking scathing piece of whatever, he would use the name Raoul Duke. Yeah, in the movie
Oh.
when he's checking in the hotel in the movie, they mention that name like when he's checking in. He said it's for a Duke guy, but in care of you know whatever his name was, Hunter S. Thompson.
I like Duke. Duke sounds like a good name. Good solid name.
Oh yeah, Hunter S. Thompson apparently hated it. Understandable, I suppose.
Oh, they were kind of making fun of him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of sad if Hunter Thompson didn't like it because he was too fucking pussy to
Might have
handle
to see
being
the
made
reason.
fun of. Come on, man.
Let me see what the reasons were.
Yeah, to be fair, like, yeah, I'm sure.
I know I've looked this up before, but I cannot remember what the fuck it was. So yeah, talking to a guy that saw the Rum Diary the day it came out in theaters, dude. Because I'm a huge Hunter S. Thompson fan. So I should know this already. Mm-mm. Dun, dun, dun. Come on. Okay, here we go. Alright, yeah, it's not, okay, yeah. It's too much to go into now. I'm not fucking leaving. It's taking way too long.
More work
Yeah,
than
I'll
you
look it
really
up later.
want to put into
What else?
finding out the answer.
Yeah. Well, no, it's going to be me sitting here in silence reading for like fucking 5 minutes. Is more the issue. Oh, what was the farmers near the land near the space? What the fuck was that about?
So, okay, so here's the deal. A big mysterious company by the name of Farley Incorporated. Nobody knows like where the company, and much of it, nothing is known about the company other than it exists. Bought up all this farmland around an Air Force base, and
Mm,
and now is suing all of the farmers because it had to negotiate with all of them individually and buy the property. So it cost them a lot more
right.
than they thought it should cost. And they're saying, well, they colluded to make it cost more, and they shouldn't be allowed to do that. Of course, in my opinion, it's like,
What the
go
fuck?
fuck yourself. Like, that's...
Yeah, is that actually was there a reason they should have done it all in one shot? Were they all part of some kind of former farmers?
just because it ends up costing you more money doesn't mean that somebody broke a law, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Fucking
saying.
ridiculous.
Though. Like, were they like the only thing I can think of is the farmers all worked some weird corporate fucking thing together and still did it individually. Like that would be one thing, maybe.
No, but there's also
yeah.
a lot of question because China's been going around buying up a bunch of fucking land and a bunch of farmland.
Right.
They canceled a deal off in fucking North Dakota not that long ago where China tried to buy a bunch of land under a front company. And so, like, China can't really, they don't want China owning all the farmland in the U.S., but it seems like that's what they're aiming for. So that's the other thing is they're saying, who is this company, and is it China? Because if it's China, it's going to be a fucking moot point because we're not allowing the deal,
Yeah. I feel like foreign countries should be very limited in fucking land they can buy up in a.
Well, other countries that is how it is. You know, in like Mexico, company, person doesn't matter. You can rent property for a very long period of time.
Yeah, it's like 100 years. Yeah,
And then when you die, it goes back to the government. Like, you don't own it anymore.
yeah,
You
yeah. No,
can't
I'm
you can't
familiar with
pass it
that.
on
Yeah.
and have it in perpetuity because it's you don't live in that country.
Yeah, you're not a
You know?
fucking citizen. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to buy property in Mexico, you got to be a Mexican citizen if you want to own property. And I fully agree with that. I think if you want to own property in the
Yeah.
U.S., you should have to be a United States citizen. Period. Like, only
Yeah,
a
I don't
United States
understand why
citizen.
they don't see the fucking problem.
And no twin citizenship bullshit.
Right, right. You have to be a natural born fucking citizen.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, renounce your fucking
But it's citizens of
your
only the
other.
United States. It's not even like the natural born
Yeah.
so much. It's just like you're not.
Yeah. It's a conflict of interest. You
Yeah,
would
you're
think.
not like a Canadian American or like United Kingdom American.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, especially China. Like,
Yeah, the last thing we want is a
and
hostile fucking foreign power.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The main two I'd say I have a problem with being dual citizenship, with one being America. If the other one is either China or like Israeli, I would feel like they're up to something.
Or Russian.
Like I just find those two, even Russian. Yeah, yeah, them too. Yeah, I suppose.
I'm just saying, like, any foreign power. I don't
Yeah,
give a
yeah.
shit. But specifically,
Yeah,
like
that's
Russia,
true.
China,
Yeah, I was rating them. Russia would be number
Israeli,
three.
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty obvious China is a bit of a paper tiger, so they're trying to buy up as much shit around the fucking world as they can.
Before people realize their money has really no value at all.
Yeah, yeah. But they bought the fucking politicians, obviously, too. Obviously, Biden's in pretty deep with them,
Beijing
whether
Biden.
it's through Hunter or not. Yep. So incredibly corrupt, dude. And people, yeah. It's amazing, dude. How many people don't
How many
like
people
shit? Is
choose not
so
to see
fucked
it?
up. Yeah, it's definitely willful fucking ignorance, dude. It's like, dude, we're doing horribly, dude. Like, if the mainstream media was doing their job at all, this is a historically horrible presidency. Like, everything's
Oh,
gone
yeah,
to
yeah,
fucking
yeah. As
shit.
far as, like, money and stuff, like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's been an absolute fucking disaster. Well, not even just money. Start with the fucking Afghan withdrawal, fucking... There's so much fucked up shit, dude. Like, it's been disaster after disaster. And nobody's pointing it out. They're still acting like the fucking... You know, everything's great.
Yeah, like everything is perfect.
Yeah, it's very
Really,
strange.
Really scary.
Yep. So yeah, because like even Fox News is supposed to be the fucking conservative one or whatever. Doesn't seem to really go all that hard on fucking Biden, right?
No, they don't report anything accurately on him either.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably why they, part of the reason they fired Tucker. For a bunch of reasons, I would imagine, but that's probably up there. What the fuck wrote into his contract that he can talk about whatever he wants? Fuck that guy, gotta fire him.
Yeah, that is a weird circumstance. And then they're trying to go after him again because he has a show. Like, well, you fired him. Like, what are you complaining about? Like, he doesn't work for you anymore. Why would that matter? Like, none of your fucking business what he does anymore.
I think they didn't technically fire him. I heard that somewhere. That they just took his show away or some stupid shit like that. Maybe not, but I thought I had read that somewhere.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, maybe it's legal through your contract, but a judge would probably cancel it.
Right.
Because you cannot, like, de facto fire somebody and then claim you didn't fire them. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to pull that off. Because it's like, you know, like you have the right to be able to you know, earn money and like take care of yourself. And if a company is basically making that impossible for you, then they don't have a lot of leeway as far as like what they can do about it if you want to go get a job somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a weird. Like, well, no, you're still under contract for 2 years, so
Yeah, and unless you
we
have
might
like
even
some sort of
continue to pay you.
non-compete clause, but
Yeah,
if
which is a
you'd have to still be
possibility.
paying him too. Also, like to keep in mind,
Yeah.
like he'd have to be still getting money from them in some respect. Which, as far as I know, basically
Yeah.
they said like, "Here's your last check, bye." But I don't know. I'm not the lawyer involved with either side, so I couldn't say one way or the other.
Did they still not tell him why he was fired? Like, they just, I don't know. This is July 7th, so less than a month ago, or basically about a month. In Forbes, it's saying I still don't know why I was fired.
Oh, they still haven't told him why he got fired?
Apparently,
Wow.
I just remember it was funny because all the shit they were leaking out, the bad. You remember that? And they were putting out these like videos of him, like, because they, you know, they're kind of recording everything even before they actually go on the air.
Trying to
So they're
smear
like,
him.
yeah, they were fucking putting out videos of shit that he had said like off camera, like before the show and that kind of shit.
Oh yeah,
And
that
I was
was
like, no, that was
dirty.
pretty fucking funny. I was like, no, that was pretty fucking funny. Like you're making him like more personable, more fucking like a real human being. Like it's not. I don't know what they thought that was supposed to come across as.
Yeah,
I assume the people that always hated him were going to continue to hate him, and the people that loved him were going to continue to love him. And those of us that were kind of indifferent are like, you know what, I like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see your point. That was probably not the best move on their part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was doing it. He was doing like something on Twitter. I'm sorry, on X.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that is the weirdest
Yeah.
fucking. I did
Yeah, that
not see
seems
that one
ill-advised.
coming. I was just like, "What are you fucking on, Elon? Stop smoking whatever
Yeah.
weed you got, because you're
Yeah,
going too
that seemed
far, my
completely
man."
unnecessary. Yeah, it seemed completely ill-advised and definitely unnecessary.
Yeah, silly people, man. I don't know.
All right, yeah, I'm finding nothing on that either. I thought it was like Megan Kelly or somebody was like, no, he's not technically fired, something like that. So maybe again, they're doing some weird shit, trying to say he can't do anything else because of a non-compete or something. But usually that shit doesn't go across to like, you know, like a podcast or fucking doing a show on Twitter or whatever. Usually
Well, it
that's
also
separate. Like if
doesn't
you're
really
going to be
work
going on
when you're not having the person who actually work for you. Like they're not actually doing their job.
yeah, you took them off the air, like, and now you want them to not be able to go on.
Yeah, exactly. That's usually where it fails. Those kind of things. Is if you're not actively having him do the work he's supposed to be doing for you, like, why should he not do it for someone else? Like, it's your own fault.
So, you know,
you
we're trying
decided
to
to go and
silence-
do this because,
Mm.
you know, that's what he does.
Yeah,
It doesn't really.
yeah. You're basically trying to silence him. Like you're not just firing him; you're trying to silence him.
Exactly. Doesn't
Holy
usually
shit.
fly very well.
Oh, nine. 9 weird plants and animals of redwood forest. All right. Apparently, there's a millipede that spits out cyanide. What the fuck? All
Oh,
right.
there's bugs that spit
All
out
right. There's
every
an article like,
fucking chemical out there somewhere.
yeah, I thought millipedes were non-poisonous. Like centipedes, I knew were poisonous. I thought millipedes were non-poisonous. Generally.
Honestly, I have no fucking idea. I'm not
Well,
a
not this one apparently.
ichthyologist. I think it's ichthyologist.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Sounds right.
Or maybe no, ichthyologist might be a fish study.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right. What is the one for fucking? Alright, I gotta look it up. That's gonna bug me. Study of insects. Insects called. Yeah, it's herpetologist for reptiles. Entomology. There we go.
Entomology. Yeah, ichthyologist is fish or dolphins.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, killer whales biting the fucking livers out of great whites.
Yeah, killer whales are terrifying.
Yeah, yeah. They're giant, vicious dolphins, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and dolphins aren't the
Can't
most
believe
like,
these ones in captivity
kind
killed
and-
some people. It's crazy.
kind and most reasonable of animals. We're really lucky that dolphins and killer whales tend to look at us as like
Yeah, like just a
worthy of
curiosity.
life.
Yeah. Or at least not tasty enough to eat.
Yeah.
Like all bones. You can just bite the liver out of a shark and get 10 times the fat. As we could out of like 50 people.
Yeah, oh
Yeah, I forgot where it's at, but
fucking
apparently it's happened a couple of spots where fucking killer whales just go in and they start killing fucking great whites like crazy, and they're washing up on the beach with
Well, yeah,
a
that's
giant
why
hole in their side where their
great
liver is.
whites, if they see killer whales in their territory, won't come
They get the
back
fuck
for
out?
like fucking years.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
Like legitimately, it's like they literally just won't come back for years. Like it'll be a decade or more before they'll go into that territory again. They don't get anywhere near killer white
Yeah.
sharks. They just like great whites are like, nope, fuck that, stay away. These motherfuckers crazy. I don't want to deal
yeah.
with this.
They're like, yeah, that fucking. I fear nothing except for these fucking killer whales. Like the one thing that can fuck me up, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because they seem to enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
They just seem to consider great white livers a rare delicacy.
Yup. This you're not wrong.
Although I've seen a thing about apparently great whites, if they come across like sea otters, they'll like bite them, but they don't like to eat them. They mistake them for something else because like a seal, I guess it's kind of like a little. They kind of look like a little seal, I would imagine.
Interesting.
Below.
Really, I did not know that.
Yeah, they'll apparently be like because they're finding all these sea otters washed up somewhere in California, washed up with these gigantic fucking bites on them that were pretty obviously sharks, great whites probably. And then there was a story about they're talking about like, well, down in Mexico they don't have any, but then like a guy in Mexico was like, no, my grandfather said there used to be a shitload of sea otters around here, and now there's none, and there haven't been for a long fucking time. So yeah, it seems because again, sea otters like float on their back, and they'll have you have something on their stomach they're trying to crack open or eat or whatever. And seals do not do that. You know what I mean? Like they know better to not be looking below them for a fucking shark that might eat them.
Yeah, fair point.
So
The
sharks were mistaking them for like young seals and biting them, realizing they're not wanting to bother eating them. They just fucking let them die or whatever and wash up on the beach.
Gotta be fucking careful. Sharks are fucking monsters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can be They can be quite vicious. Although it's also like you see plenty of people like divers, just hanging out, and sharks will swim really close to them and not fuck with them, like not try to fucking bite them,
Yeah, I
including
don't know.
great whites. Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, it's like Shark Week or Shark Month, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. They're doing a lot of shark shows on TV, like on like Discovery and the
So
Nat Geo
you're
channel.
very versed in the shark lore right now.
Yeah. Well, when I'm babysitting the grandpuppy,
Oh,
I put
Luke
like an
is a
animal
fan
show.
of sharks. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, he just and the shows that normally show other animals, like Doc Cole. He's like a veterinary guy. I forget which country he's from. He's lived in like Minnesota or Michigan or somewhere for forever. So he has a show on one of those channels. But no, this week they're doing all the sharks. They're like for the last few weeks, actually, a couple weeks anyway. They've been doing all kinds of shark shows instead because they always have Shark Week, Shark Month, whatever it is now. So yeah, usually he seems to prefer cows, horses, cats, and then dogs. Like it's got to the point now where he'll see the shit on the TV and he literally puts his paws up on my monster and is like just staring at him.
Weird. I don't know. I mean, good for the dog. I don't know. I've never really paid much attention to animals watching TV or not. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I try to because again, it's if I don't distract him with something, I have to like interact with him constantly because he's a golden retriever, dude, and they can't handle not having something going on.
They gotta have something to do.
So I have to like entertain him for 7 or 8 hours a day, throwing the ball in my room because it's too fucking hot to go outside. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't really take him outside.
And dogs don't understand. Dogs don't understand that it's too hot. They don't get it.
Well, not until they go outside, then they remember. And so yeah, like he if he's in like direct sunlight, like cause I don't take him out till like 7 p.m. like in direct sunlight.
Like a vampire.
Almost not really direct sunlight anymore. Yeah. Well, even when he was a little puppy, like I would throw the ball out in the yard, and he would literally run out like parallel to whatever I threw was, like under the shadow of the house, and then like cut over to it, and then go back into the shadow and come back to wherever I was. So yeah, he's always been a little averse to sunlight, direct sunlight.
Like a vampire. Your dog's a vampire,
indeed.
dude. What the hell?
Yeah. I think golden retrievers just probably are not meant to be living in fucking deserts. Probably has more to do with it.
And maybe they're not supposed to drink human blood when no one's looking.
That's a good point. I mean, they'll drink animal blood if they have to, but they obviously prefer human blood.
I mean, who doesn't? Our blood tastes so much
Naturally.
better than anybody else's. You gotta. I mean, you can't pretend not to like the human blood.
Although, yeah, if I'm going to be up in Northern California in the oceans, in a couple weeks here, I should probably stop watching the shark shows.
You don't want to like be swimming in the ocean after watching the shark shows.
Yeah. Well, shit. Sometimes, especially when they show the ones that are like fucking 10 feet off there's spots where it like drops off pretty quickly. Like not super deep, but like down to like 8 to 10 feet, like just like maybe 20 feet off of the shoreline, and you see like a hammerhead and a great white swimming right fucking there. Like, god damn, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's fair. That's not. Yeah, that's not a.
Although it is funny to watch the seals fuck with them.
Oh, the
Because
seals
they know
have
exactly where they can go. No, mess with them, fuck with them, not actually fuck them. Like messing with them.
Oh, that's no fun.
Because yeah, they'll swim out to like they know where they can get to and where they can get back. You know what I mean? Like so they fuck with the. Yeah, obviously on occasion, like sharks wouldn't be hanging out there if they didn't occasionally catch one slipping. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, and literally they'll like the seals will go in behind them and start like nipping at them, dude, because they can't turn around fast enough to get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And seals are super fucking, like they're super maneuverable or whatever. Um, Way more maneuverable, maneuverable than sharks. So yeah, it's funny to watch them. It sucks watching them get eaten, obviously, but it is pretty crazy to watch how fast the sharks can go from fucking to how fast they accelerate. Because they'll just be cruising along, and then all of a sudden it's like a few swishes of the tail, and they're fucking hauling ass, like over 20 feet or something.
Yeah, yeah. Sharks are no joke, man. They're fucking scary.
Yeah, yeah. I've never actually seen any. I've seen plenty of dolphins in the ocean. Or any sharks. Although, yeah, I don't think there's nearly as many. It's more northern, right, than Southern California. Or am I mistaken?
What do you
Or do you
mean?
not know? Not big on shark. I assume there's more shark activity up there,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
maybe not.
Depending on the
Maybe I'm.
area you go. Yeah, depending on entirely on the area you go. So, like,
Yeah, I thought the area around San Francisco, Catalina Island, is really big on shark stuff
yeah,
or
I've
great
heard
whites and
people
that.
talk about surfing and stuff and seeing just like giant sharks just swimming down like all around them on the way down, and how terrifying that shit
Yeah, I've definitely
is.
seen pictures. I've seen pictures of very large sharks in the wave, so it's like pretty fucking close to shore. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn, dude. Actually, let's see if I can find a picture of that, dude. I know I've seen it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've never seen any. I've seen seals. I've seen fucking dolphins and such, but oh wow, Jesus Christ! Fuck, it's clicking. Oh, it's a video. Okay, images.
Oh, shark eggs look pretty cool though.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, I remember seeing them when I lived in New York, when upstate New York. We would go on vacation to like North Carolina every year, and yeah, a bunch of those little weird pouchy things would wash up like on the shore and shit.
Huh.
Oh, that's a fucking video. God damn it! No, I don't want to. Did I click on the images? Thought I did. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a pretty decent size wave, but still gives you the idea.
Yeah.
Post, paste.
I'm seeing that. Are you putting that in the slideshow picture submissions?
Oh no, I was just putting it on there. You want me to? I can.
Oh, okay, now I see it. Okay, it wasn't showing up, the picture you loaded.
Yeah, I just. Oh no, I just barely posted it. I hadn't posted it yet. I
Oh,
just
okay.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
You
pretty
want it in the
terrifying.
slideshow picture?
I mean, one
Oh
kind of tells
man,
me all I need unless there's something that's really impressive somewhere.
this one is. Let's see. This one actually has a person in the shot too, so this is even more terrifying. So here you go. You're welcome. Yeah, it's like I don't know if that's a surfer or a bodyboard or whatever. But yeah, there's a shark swimming directly underneath whatever wave this dude's catching.
Yeah,
I
I
don't. I
mean,
assume a surfboard would be longer than that.
if you're swimming in their
That's a
house.
smaller one though. Yeah. Yeah. Like even the little ones though can fuck you up.
Yeah,
The
if you're
cookie
going to go
cutter,
swimming
little
in the
cookie
shark's
cutter
house, you
shark.
got to assume the sharks can hang out there too. Not much
Yeah.
to be said about that.
I don't know why, but it brought me. It reminded. Well, yeah, I know. I guess I know why. The one of the Six Sad World from Daria.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
fish using our oceans as their own personal bathrooms? Find out next on Six Sad World.
Yes, they are, son of a bitch.
God damn them! How dare they Use our oceans to shit in. Holy shit, that one's breaching? There's a picture of this. Yeah, this one's the shark's further out, but he's basically breaching. I don't know why. I don't see any animal. Although I'm probably a seal somewhere. He was trying to fucking hit. That's a pretty good one. Where'd you go? There it is. Yeah, it's like a picture of like a dude surfing, and then a little ways back, there's a fucking shark jumping out of the water. I can put these in there. Yeah, fuck it. Move them up there. There's 2 sharks in that wave. All right. Oh, there's a close-up picture of that one. Alright, that's probably enough. Holy, that can't be fucking real. Okay, alright, I was gonna say. It's pretty convincing, though. Here, I'll show this one just for that. This was obviously fake. That looks like a megalodon-sized fucking...
Oh, the shark? Yeah, that makes sense. They're like,
this one
thought
here.
they could fool us.
So yeah, okay, that shark's like 50 feet long, it looks like. 40 feet long, okay, sure.
Very believable.
Although, yeah, whale sharks maybe, but whale sharks only eat fucking, what, plankton or something like that? The gigantic fucking whale sharks? The ones with all the spots all over their body?
Yeah, they don't really eat
Whale sharks are...
other shit.
Yeah, they're like filter feeders. The biggest shark, dude, is a fucking filter feeder. The tiniest fucking animals. Or some of the tiniest animals. And
isn't that like all the really big shit except for specifically sperm whales?
Yeah, what a gray whale? Blue whale. Blue whales are the biggest one. Right? I think
blue whales are the biggest one. I thought
too,
blue
right?
whales were the biggest one, or sperm whales were. Oh no, it's blue whales. They're the biggest ones. They go down and hunt the fucking octopus or squid, giant squid. It's like their primary prey.
Well, sperm whales do that too. Wait, I thought blue whales were filter feeders too. Hold on, dude. I thought they had like a weird like brushy thing.
You talking about humpback whales?
No, blue whales. Yeah, krill. They feed almost exclusively on krill, straining huge volumes of ocean water through their baleen plates, which hang from the roof of the mouth and work like a sieve.
So then I was right originally that it's sperm whales that go down and hunt the squid.
Yeah, because I remember seeing pictures like sperm whales with like suction cup scars on their fucking body.
Yeah, they get fucked up by the fucking giant squids. Yeah. I had to go build another giant base. Not a giant base, actually. It's fairly small, but...
Yeah, they do all... It looks like they... small fish, squid. I don't know what copepods are, but...
yeah, I don't know.
But mainly it's krill, apparently.
Copepod sounds like small, like shrimp creature kind of things. To me. But what do I know?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've definitely seen killer whales take out like babies of like sperm whales or fucking humpback whales, that kind of shit.
Well, yeah, they're not the same species. Killer
free.
Whales are cephalopods, not whales, so...
Yeah, they're big dolphins. I know the name throws it off. Yeah, but yeah, they'll literally, like, if they find like a mom and a kid together on their own, yeah, they'll fucking keep that kid from surfacing to be able to breathe.
Yeah,
and then when it obviously suffocates or drowns or whatever. Yeah. They're just fucking, too smart for their own good, dude.
Killer whales
Can't be that big and vicious and smart. Yeah. I assume they probably even eat other dolphins if they can, right? Wouldn't be surprising.
Wouldn't shock me if they snack on a dolphin here and there. Yeah, that actually wouldn't be terribly surprising.
Find a whale shark picture that shows the scale. Well, you know how big a whale shark is already, yeah? Or do I need
Yeah,
to
I've
show
seen
you or
whale
no?
sharks before. Yeah, I know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was looking for. That's a pretty good illustration. But yeah, they're super fucking, like, yeah. Super fucking chill. Like, you know what I mean? People around them, they don't care. They're just like, I'm huge, you can't do shit to me. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's pretty much their defenses just were. So I'm really fucking big, you can't hurt me. Alright, let's see here.
Yeah, the cookie cutter sharks are weird because it's like it's tiny shark, but it'll take a bite out of fucking whatever the fuck it wants. That's why it makes like the perfectly circular cut kind of thing.
Oh yeah, and then there's like suction cup fucking sharks. Where they
God damn, that's a
like
bunch of
they
them.
attach to stuff and it like takes them places.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one that actually walks, like essentially walks across like coral or the bottom of the ocean. Like it uses its fins to walk.
Did not hear about that, but that's pretty cool. Oh, please tell me.
Yeah, here's the one. Yeah, this looks like a. I assume this is. Yeah, it's got to be a tuna. Here's a tuna with a bunch of cookie cutter sharks bites out of it.
Yeah, they're fucked up.
Yeah,
oh,
tuna
I see what
not,
you mean by that's
yeah,
a megalodon. Like, that's obviously not a real shark in that water.
Yeah.
That's a piece of art somebody drew or digitally enhanced.
Yeah, it looks like it's
cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind swimming with whale sharks. That would be pretty cool because you know they're not going to kill you unless you fuck with them.
Yeah, just, you know, when they're filter feeding, stay away from the mouth end, you know, because that is a large, gaping fucking mouth.
Yeah. Did you see the
yeah,
flashlight guns? I don't think you watched the video, but I'm
no,
sure.
Yeah, just put that one.
Just from looking at the thumbnail, you understand my concern. Like, why would you want a gun that involves aiming it dangerously at you and anyone behind you or anything behind you you don't know, while you're using its secondary
So does it
feature?
actually? Does it look at? So it doesn't just look.
The gun, the bullet shoots out of the bottom of the flashlight. So you got a flashlight on one end, and then the barrel of a gun on the other.
Yeah, what I'm asking is, it doesn't just look like a flashlight. It actually works, shines light at things, right?
Yeah, it's a flashlight on one side and a gun on the other.
All right, cool.
It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
It could have been one of those things. Yeah, it is pretty fucking retarded.
There's no safety mechanism on it.
Yeah, because if you're pointing a flashlight, you gotta fucking, if you're using it as a flashlight, yeah, the gun barrel is going to be pointing right at you, most likely.
All like right?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
It's going to be pointing at you and everything behind you, whatever that might be, people, things, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other concern is there's no safety on that. The big one is a 410 shotgun shell, and the small one is like a 38 caliber bullet. So neither one of those is playing around. Like it's not the biggest, baddest of guns, but it's certainly not a joke that you don't have to worry about getting shot with.
It's not like birdshot or a fucking 22. I mean, even those can fuck you up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, birdshot or 22 can kill you just as dead. But it's certainly not one of the ones where like there's a good chance you might not get too fucked up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the way to point a flash. Yeah, you could easily hit your fucking hard using that thing as a flashlight.
or your
And anyone
arm, or
around
your
you too. Yeah.
leg, or your foot, or the guy standing behind you. The way the bullet
Yeah.
is fired is it's a thing where you pull it back and let it go. It's a
Oh
slide.
wow.
There's no actual trigger and there's no safety mechanism. So like you load the
That is
bullet,
yes.
you have to pull the trigger back and over to the side where it has a rest, and it's not that hard to push it off of the rest intentionally or
Yeah.
accidentally. And there's nothing like
That
a
is an
safety mechanism to keep you from being able to push it off of that rest. So in order for those to be useful, you have to carry them loaded, because you're not going to unscrew the handle of your flashlight in
yeah.
the middle of a gunfight, pop in a shell, screw it back on, aim for
Yeah.
the guy, and pull the little slide back and let it go. You're going to pull your flashlight
Yeah.
up and click over so that it lets it go and fires. You know.
Yeah, that's incredibly ill-advised product, dude. Jesus Christ! Like, it's kind of funny that it exists, but anybody actually using it is like, again, passive suicide attempt, really.
Well, and somebody pointed out that it's probably illegal too, and I'm sure in a lot of states it's illegal because you can't have guns that don't look like guns in some states.
No, right, right.
Like, so you can't get those. What do you call it? Boom, boom, boom. Fucking lost the train of thought. Like those credit card guns or the cell phone guns or any of that kind of stuff, you can't get those and
No,
use
gotcha.
them, sadly.
You can have a lighter that looks like a gun, but gun.
Yeah. Pardon me there. I could have muted, but I'm
Did
lazy.
you see the video of the cop like sliding down some slide somewhere, and he just comes hauling ass out of the fucking the bottom of it? Hold on, I hope this is relatively short. Where the fuck did I see this? Oh, it was Charlie. Okay, it was Penguin Z Moist Critical guy.
Oh, Moist Critical. He's hit and miss for me now. Like, some of his stuff is kind of like, I wish you didn't suggest that to me. Like, I don't fucking care about you eating everything on a menu from some fucking fast food joint.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Although you do know, you know,
boring
what I mean?
as shit, but he's got to do that to get the views. I get it. It's just obnoxious to me.
Yeah, it is definitely something that's pretty popular, the whole tier list thing.
Yup. It is, I guess. Sadly enough.
Let me see. Yeah, I mean, at least you know, and you're like, okay, yeah, I don't have any interest in that. I can not watch that video.
Yeah, no, his stuff is clearly labeled, which I do appreciate.
Let me see if I can find just the video, so it doesn't have to go through. It's almost like 3 minutes in before he actually watches the video. There you go. Hold on, I'm gonna post it right now. Share. Copy the link. And Discord. But yeah, anyways, I basically put a comment out referencing the Portal games on Charlie's video, not on this one. I'm like, yeah, no, what happened is he put the first portal like 10 feet above him and he dove into it. And the second portal was like by the end of the slide. And since momentum carries over through the portals,
Dude,
went
that slide
sliding
looks
off of
hella dangerous, man.
yeah, it does. Yeah, well, look what happened.
I mean, it looked like he was dead or unconscious coming out of there almost. Like, god damn. And then you look at how
Jesus,
sharp
yeah,
the
he
fucking
looked
turns are, and it's a
ragdolly.
metal slide? What kind of
Yeah, that is
sadistic
very
fucking
odd.
twisted motherfucker did that shit?
Yeah, that's someone who hates kids, I would imagine.
Oh, man. Oh, did you see the thing about the fucking lab in California with the
Oh yeah,
Biolab, they
that Christine.
claim they're making test strips, but like, let's fucking be real, you know? Like, come on now.
Yeah,
How dumb am I? Like, I
yeah.
don't fucking think so.
The funniest part of that is they got busted because they had a fucking illegal hose hooked up outside. That's really fucking funny.
Yeah,
They had basically a garden hose.
that was pretty funny. That was
Like, thank
definitely
you for
pretty
being,
funny. Like,
yeah, a rule crazy cunt, whoever you were. One time it paid off. I gotta
that was one of those
investigate.
ones where
This
you're
hose is not
like,
supposed to be here.
I don't know
Yeah,
about that
like
there,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Like 99% of the shit they do is just fucking uh, nosy nonsense. But every once in a while,
Yeah.
like, well, good for you. The shit you do is
For
probably
once,
fucking horrible.
for once, you weren't a worthless scumbag piece of shit excuse for a human being. Good job. Nobody
Oh
expected
shit! Have
this
you
to be
played
the
the?
case, but you know.
Right. Thank you for being such an anal retentive cunt. We really appreciate it in this situation. Yeah, you investigated an unlawful hose in front of the place and ended up bringing down this fucked up lab thing they're doing in
Yeah.
secretly doing in a warehouse.
Well, you know,
You played
when I was
have you
looking
played
at
the
that,
Portal
I
game, by
looked
the
at
way?
that. Oh, sorry. What was that?
No, go ahead, finish. This is going back to something else, so go ahead.
I was just saying, like, thank God California actually shut it down.
Yeah, fucking A, dude.
Because, like, I mean,
Who knows?
maybe that's what they do, you know? Like, that was one of those ones where I was like, you know, I wouldn't have been surprised if they were like, you know, we're not going to worry about it. It's not a big deal.
But yeah, God bless that person's.
Anal retentive asshole.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it turns out well. I bet their coworkers and anybody they interact with on a regular basis probably can't stand the person.
Oh,
They're very
yeah,
black
yeah,
and white in
no,
their
for
thinking.
sure, dude. I'm sure that
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
one of
That
those
person
people
is
that they're
obviously
like,
not
oh,
a.
I wish they would just fucking keel over.
Yeah, yeah. They don't seem like a person that believes much in gray areas.
Yeah, if you're fucking yanking and ready to go over like a hose in the wrong place, yeah, I don't wonder that people maybe don't want to be around your fucking obnoxious ass.
But again, it is nice to know every once in a while it can bust an illegal Chinese lab that's being run out of a fucking warehouse secretly.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder like how many more are out there, because like, you know, that's not the only one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would imagine for every legal above the board one, there's like 10 illegal ones.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds easily like possible.
Let's get out there and start investigating any warehouses with illegal hoses out front of them. Or maybe just spot check all warehouses in general or something. Like a random test thing.
You know, that actually would make a lot
Like
of
a random drug
sense.
test.
I'm not against that. Like, just on general principle.
Yeah, I forget how long they said they were in business there, but I assume it hadn't been set up that day.
I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't
Either
really
way.
tell you.
good thing it's shut down.
Yeah, that's the
Thanks,
the
Bill.
main thing to take away is that it's no longer there, at least.
Yeah, yeah. And again, highly unlikely that it's the only one out there.
Yeah, that's the scary part. And who knows? Maybe they were making, test kits or whatever. But first of all, why the fuck does anybody even need those anymore?
Right.
Like at this point, I think most people have just accepted that it's just a flu and you gotta live with it. Like it's not the demon that we all thought it was.
Right. Oh, this the. Oh, go ahead, finish it because I was going to move on to something else.
Oh, I didn't say just because at first everybody thought it was, potentially deadly, the COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay, so this district attorney in Oakland, I assume you live. I mean, you live relatively close to that area.
Yeah,
so
it's about an hour
I assume you're
or so
familiar
away.
with this bitch. Well, are you familiar with this bitch before I brought her up, the DA?
No, not offhand.
Or not really? No,
Not
okay.
really.
All right, no, okay.
But
Yeah, the
that
one
doesn't
that's
make
like,
her uninteresting. It just means I don't pay attention because I don't live in Oakland.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just thought because you live relatively nearby, she might have been in something. Although
The
I guess
news
you don't
doesn't
really watch
think
TV
anything
and
on
shit.
these guys. You know what I mean? Like you don't get to
Oh
hear
yeah,
about.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Now that I think it through, that was a terrible assumption to make. But yeah, it was basically the one. You watched that video where like that dude went up and just cold cocked that fucking Asian bitch for no fucking reason other than she was Asian, basically.
Oh, I've seen a bunch of those. So yeah, I don't know if that specific one,
Mhm.
but like I've definitely seen that
Yeah.
kind of video on
Yeah,
multiple
yeah, but this
occasions.
bitch is like. There's people that have had multiple incidents of fucking violent behavior, whether against Asians or whatever the fuck else. That she's like putting it through all these like diversion programs and like not.
Oh yeah, that's
refusing
the
to
big
fucking
thing
put 'em in
right
jail.
now. It's weird. It's like it's this delusional concept that you can just they're just these poor innocent lost little lambs that didn't know what they was doing. These poor innocent little boys. It's like nah, they're fucking criminals.
Yeah, they're
Like,
fucking predators.
they
that
knew
are
exactly what the
violent
fuck
and
they were
enjoy
doing.
violence. Yep.
Their intention was to cause harm, and not to like they knew exactly what was going on. Alrighty.
Yeah, this one in particular, apparently it was like the third or fourth time he had done this shit or been busted for doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and what is it? There was this statistic they put out recently. Almost 90% of the shoplifting crime in San Francisco is caused by 14 people.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like at a certain point,
It was
just
incredibly
put
small.
those 14 people in jail.
Yeah.
Like, because
And
they're
suddenly
clearly...
Walgreens and CVS can keep their fucking spots open in those areas.
Yeah, exactly. And you won't have to worry about it. It's just so dumb that they don't. But I mean, here's what it is. Not a whole lot you can do about it, sadly.
Yeah, but that one was definitely encouraging because even the NAACP was like, "What the fuck, bitch? Arrest these fucking people."
Yeah. That was pretty encouraging when the NAACP is getting involved and actually wants to fucking put a stop to the crime. Because it's like, that damages their communities. It's not like black on black crime is harmless to black people. You know?
Yeah, it's very odd that they. Yeah, people that are doing crime against other minorities. Nope, sorry, it's just they grew up poor, so it's not their fault, or whatever the fuck their rationale. Something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
What the hell are you still doing here?
We got like 10 more minutes.
No, not 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
All right, yeah,
No.
Samaj, you've been really slacking on the slideshow pick submissions the last week or so. We're gonna need you to pick it up.
Yes,
You got to pick up the
sir.
pace, dude.
Last time I checked, you guys. Last time I checked, you guys couldn't even get the ones I already sent you going.
Yeah, I
Yes,
got those
yeah,
up now. They were playing earlier.
Oh, they were they?
Yep.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was the new set, so. But yeah, no, I just that it's been an issue. Who'd have thought that you had to like specifically, um, what do you call it?
avoid the cloud.
No. Select a small group that you couldn't play all the videos from fucking
Mm.
from fucking the folders that you'd have to only select a certain very small amount of photos that you want to play in a slideshow.
I had no
Yeah, and didn't
idea.
bother telling you.
Yeah, it's weird that they would be like, well, it only plays the first 50 in any folder you put it in. Oh, that seems like something I would have liked to have known before I fucking started a slideshow. Thanks, asshole.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a weird thing where, like, for whatever reason, it only plays the first like 50 images in the folder.
Yeah. Well, it's weird, but I mean,
Now I know,
technology.
so I can adjust. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Technology.
blame
What can you do?
Samaj.
Yeah, blame me. Blame me for everything. I didn't do nothing.
If there's any video of the Lizzo having people eat Anna's new Amsterdam whores pussies,
Is there
there's got to
video
be
of
video
that?
of that, right? I would think there would have to be,
like,
right? Like
I
any
don't want to eat a
performance she does,
banana out of
right?
anyone's vagina to start with, but most assuredly
Yeah,
not out of
yeah.
the prostitutes.
Yeah, yeah. Seems like a very odd thing to force your fucking backup dancers to do.
I still am blown away
Yeah,
that they
did you hear
didn't
about
just
that,
be like,
Samaj?
all right, well, I'm out, peace.
Something about
Yeah,
eating bananas out of someone's
yeah,
pussy.
yeah. Liz, you know who Lizzo is, right? The big fat black bitch singer or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. She apparently in Amsterdam in the Netherlands or whatever. During a show, she literally had like her backup dancers or whatever eating bananas that had been stuck in Amsterdam prostitutes' pussies, like eating them out of the pussies.
That sounds sanitary.
Right?
Yeah,
That's my
yeah,
thought. It's like,
yeah.
it's bad enough to eat a banana out of a woman's vagina. That's one thing. But it's a
But yeah.
prostitute? That's fucking dirty. I'm sorry.
I mean, like
Yeah,
if it was your girlfriend or your wife, I mean, come on, okay, all right, I might do it, but you know, just some random prostitute bitch, I ain't doing that.
yeah. Although even then, I mean, those are two tastes. You don't really, I don't know, they're gonna mix all that well.
Well, I mean, the plus side for me is I don't really like bananas, so
Mm.
yeah, I'm not really losing anything.
No, nothing lost there. How do you not like bananas, dude? Bananas are delicious.
Well,
Okay.
I used to have them all the
Kidding.
time.
Kind of got burnt out on them.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I actually finally got burnt out on the white chocolate Reese's. I haven't bought any for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you can only have them for so long.
Yeah. Anything you eat that often, you're gonna get sick of eventually.
Yes, there's a limited amount of time you can have to eat this shit.
All right, yeah. Stabby, next week, for sure, we got to nail down what exactly we're doing, because the week after that is when I'm going to be
Oh, yeah, for sure.
in your neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you are coming over here. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you said you're driving within pretty close range. that might be the best time to like stop in and like have a meeting or dinner or something or lunch or
Yeah,
whatever,
we're
depending on
basically
your time frame.
yeah. Let's see. We're going to because it's like somewhere between 14 to 16 hour drive from where I live to the Point Arena in California. We're going to Bakersfield and spending the night there, and then finishing up the rest of the trip after that.
Yeah, is
And I
Highway
think that was about
128
6
on
hours
your
from where you live.
Bakersfield?
Let me see. I
You're
thought
gonna
it was.
be
Yeah,
two
I think it
hours
was like.
away when you're in Point Arena.
Yeah, but no, on the way up, like if driving through, it'd be a good spot, I think,
You're
to.
probably gonna have to go by us.
Yeah, no, it's only like it was like maybe 20 minutes off of the route, so like a detour would be definitely not. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
that
You're
far
not gonna
away.
be too far away. Also, there's a freeway you need to be really careful of when you're on it. That you'll probably be taken out to Point Arena. I was looking at the maps and I remembered I had a dance thing over nearby there where we stayed in a bunch of cabins. But the highway out there, 128, on Highway 128, there are a whole fuck ton of wineries, and it's a logging road.
Oh Jesus!
And it's a
Oh
touristy
man!
area, so all those wineries have tastings. So just when you're on
So a bunch of drunk
128,
driving.
just be on the lookout for drunk drivers and psycho loggers. Because those fucking logging trucks go up and down that road like bats out of hell, dude. Like way faster than you would think they should. But it's
All right.
terrifying. But it's just one of those ones where it's not like, oh my god, you're gonna die, you're driving on the road. It's more like, if you're gonna drive on that road, just be alert and be aware of the logging trucks and be on the lookout for drunk drivers. Try to be ahead of the game. Because there's plenty of them out there.
Gotcha. I appreciate the heads up.
Yeah, and then I'm sure we can find like a good little restaurant or something there, like maybe even like a fast food place, whatever. Where we'll actually get a
Yeah, let me
chance to
find
meet up.
exactly. Okay, because the original route they give looks like it's on.
Oh, you know what? Let's cancel
Why the fuck don't
the
they do the number?
stream and do all this whole, where we are stuff off air.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Does that sound like a good idea to you guys? Sounds like a great idea to me. We're done.